Everybody all right? Yes, sir. Woo. All right, here we go. Appreciate if they let them do something live today. Ain't that right? I guess that virus still moving. Y'all look kind of low. And we know why that virus still out here, because some people doing what they want to do, including people from here. Got COVID, go lock yourself in your house somewhere till you get better. I don't care about no CDC. Anybody trying to get killed because you want to experiment out here, put people down. I don't know what people's mentality is, why people so reckless. That really bothers me with people. Yeah, you sound like, put on something, I mean, do what you got to do. You by yourself, you got to get something to eat, that's different. You don't go and kill everybody else with no mask on? I admit it's the dumbest, stupidest thing I've seen in my life. Just dumb, just stupid. You think everybody else that's why people don't get better. You look, they like, the numbers racking up. Reckless. But that's a selfish mentality. That's a selfish mentality. Show you where people at, not just that, show you where they're in their walk. Really where you at. I told you before I use the illustration, you hit a pothole, and somebody hit a pothole behind you, then a third person hit a pothole. Eventually somebody get in there and say, stop, go around. What the purpose of everybody on the expressway locked down because you want to watch everybody just saying tap their car? You're like, man, look at this, all of us out here messed up. Something wrong with you. The fact that you don't want to see nobody else do better, I think it is, that just say something about a person, man. Just show me you're a grimy nigga. It's just grimy people in the world. It's just grimy. Just dirty, nasty, just grimy, just riding to the core. Several folks like that, but I plan on making some adjustments. Kind of like when your neck out of it, you kind of got to learn how to pop, make some adjustment. You can fix that. A lot of stuff just out of judgment. You just got to learn how to turn it, twist it, click. Now everything back in on, you just keep moving. It's getting late. It's getting late. Everybody got to get right. And I tell you, a lot of stuff you do, it'll show up in your walk. That ain't your only problem now. Make no mistake. That ain't your only problem. That ain't your only problem. Ain't more than that. You know, I'm one of them people. It don't bother me to see nobody getting there. That's you. I mean, it's your time. Whatever reason that's what they do. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to maintain my lane. That's the end of the day. Some people, it just, you know, if something don't go right for me, I don't want nothing to go right for nobody else. It's dangerous to have that mindset, cause you know the same way you can be grimy and a dirty, rotten nigga to somebody else, somebody can do the same thing to you. It is the same thing. It don't ever stop. That's the whole thing. At some point, you gotta leave grimy. You gotta leave grimy. Blame everybody cause somebody got something versus that's just what they willing to do and you just won't do it. I don't blame nobody else for having that. That they business. I just be honest. That they business. Even if it fall private, let him have it. He got to pay for it later. At the end of the day, I always my time. You hear me preach, man, they got that car. They got, man, you go ahead and you get it. You got to pay for it later. If it worth, listen, some things, it worth your soul. That's just being honest. It's some houses nice enough, man, it worth dying for. It's a, I ain't got to believe. Why you think these people doing it? You got to, I won't do it. But they ain't to say nobody else won't do it. Come on, these people don't, listen, it worth it. I'll deal with it later. That's how they look at it. I'll deal with that later. Right now, I'm in grind mode, get it. Whatever happens later, I do it. You know when they saying that? When you're in your strength. I did it in my strength. In my strength, I looked at it like that. I did. Listen, I'll shoot it to you quick. Listen, man, I just deal with it. We cross that bridge, however that go. We'll deal with it another time. And you don't realize you ain't going to always be you. Sometimes your dealing can come a long time. You know, when I said that, I was looking at if I run to you next week, tomorrow. I wasn't looking at I can run to you 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now. You can run back and somebody said, there you go. Now people like, I done changed. I hadn't. I'm new now. I ain't. I still remember. I'm just telling you, you make the decision to do stuff. You better remember now. You don't know when you're going to cross it again. I tell you about that illustration. They told me in the country, they say you cross over. In the country, I was always in the South. I seen on a snake, you can see the snake in that white dirt, they go across down. They say if you you cross it and spit on it, you'll see it again. I walk my granddad's house, I just cross and swim. I spit on it. It was just like my cousin, you know, I was just crossing them snakes. We just walked the whole time, I see one, I just put an X on it and spit on it. Went on to my granddad's house, we went down, they had left. Listen, I had waited too late with dog, country dog. Man, I got back there, I stood in that road, man, I was just looking. I said, I crossed all them snakes coming around. I was like, boy, this thing true. Listen, I ran and cried. I hollered, hoping they got the way. I ran all the way home. I was like, man, it was dark. I was like, because when I did it, it was daytime. I stayed longer than I was supposed to stay. Then it got late, and I got to go home. Listen, anybody know about that country dog? Listen, man, that light on my granddad's porch said, you need to go ahead and go. I'm telling you, don't be pushing me. I went out there one step. I got to come out here, driveway, and go down and look down that road. Listen, if one light down there at the church, you got to cut through the churchyard. That light get there probably before it get to the end of the driveway, for the end of that graveyard, that light, like, it's on you now. That light in the country, that thing be humming. I'm telling you, it be humming, them cricket. Like, they want you not even treat, they like, you need to get moving. Listen, I waited, I just struck off. I said, that's it. But you know what? It gave you opportunity as a young kid then, you come back, I still didn't catch on. I realized I stayed too long. I played long. Because I was looking at our crossing. It's so much day. It's no way. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was too much day. It's no way they going to catch me. I'm a kid in the country. You're going to have to run everything running. You know what I'm saying? I'm big, long foot joker. Everything is running. You know what I'm saying? So you're thinking, I see a snake right there. You're not catching me. That's over. I'm gone. Why would I walk up to a snake where he at? It make no sense. But there was a pit black dog. I stood right there by that road, man, on that light just looking. I think about every one of them things I crossed and I spit on. I said, but it's going to be bad, man. I got to run across all these snakes. So I just finally said, hey, time to go. Started crying and run. That's the best strategy I had. Run and holler. Well, we made it through that one, but then you come back and you look at things in your life you start considering. When you start making your end and cross thing, you better make sure you know. You don't know when you're going to cross it again. It's just like in life. That sun went out on me so fast. Before I know it, I'm just playing. I should have been keeping up with the time. Look at that. It's getting ready to start time to start moving. You know what I'm saying? It's getting low. I need to move while I can still see. Dummy me. It got dog. And I was stuck, man. You realize, man, got out of it, but then sometimes you forget. So Mr. Yahuwah have a way in your life of letting you cross certain events in your life and bring it back to you and let you know your life is going to be like that. It's some more stuff you're going to cross you ain't going to be able to get away from it. You ain't going to be able to see your way. Why y'all labor? It's a good time to turn. I got some of y'all, you ain't going to do it. You just ain't going to do it. You ain't made like that. You over here, you just can't hear. That's bad to be here and don't hear. You got to be able to hear. It's crucial now. Ain't nothing like it used to be. There was a time, man, everything was safe. Canned food was safe. Bottled water was safe. It was just stuff was safe. Well, in the 70s, you couldn't have sold bottled water. Nobody bought. How much you pay for a bottle of water in the 70s? You're like, man, you go hit a well. In the 60s, man, I'll pop a well. Like, man, drop that book in there. We ain't paying for no water. Water, the hottest thing in the market. You want a drink? No, can you bring me a bottle of water? You at the restaurant, them for holler. What you like, a Coke, Sprite, whatever? Let me get a bottle of water. You pay for a bottle of water? I get a drink and throw it in the trash if I buy a bottle of water. I'd rather throw it in the trash, let the ants eat it. A bottle of water? No. But look at it now. That's the hottest thing on the market, selling people water. And that rain piss. Folks selling rain piss. And the sad part is you hope that's all you got in them. A lot of these companies got busted in the early 90s by putting that stuff in the tap with all them pretty blue bottles, making it this. Nigga fool you so bad, make the water look blue, he got a blue bottle and put a picture of some ice skate mountain. And he done went here and ran this stuff in the sink. A lot of companies got busted in there. They still do the same thing. I remember, man, the sunny water was so hot out there. And found out that was one of the worst water. You go in the store, that's the last water leave. That's the Aquafina. Nobody buy that stuff, no. But years ago when that stuff first came out, who you talking about? The suntan. Nigga thought he was speaking Spanish. Isn't that right? The sun was so hot. Man, I'm the last water to leave, man. We don't know who pissed that is. And this point I don't even want to know. Isn't that right? Everybody get to drinking at the suntan and that Aquafina. You just go ahead and start playing that, what that is, that Biggie Small record about that girl so fine about her daddy penis. Oh, y'all don't know about it. Don't worry about it. I guess you got to listen to it. I was never impressed with him. It didn't take two parts to die to folk to realize he wasn't nothing for that. I guess you had to be on that type of rapping style right now. I didn't think a whole lot about him. Some people, first of all, back then you had to do it. We had a couple of ugly fellas, but he was just too ugly. I seen Big and Small. I seen Fat outclothed that joke. One hit bottom lip with that fat. No, not in the 80s. He wouldn't have made it. You could have been sloppy. You understand, man? You had to have a dope rope on, a king up, man. You could have made it fat and sloppy. There's a lot of folk that got over now because niggas lazy. Back then, you had to have some energy. Ain't that right? Even like Humpton and them jokers, you had to have some hump. Them jokers hired dancers. Hell, man, them jokers were dancing. Man, you're fat. Heavy as fat as you can get. Them fat boys, nobody repaid them no attention. They was out there, but nobody, man made money off of asthma. That's all it was, folks trying to beat by. You had to have some kind of talent, though. These jokers ain't got no talent now. I don't know what it is. Everything they got is stealing other folks' stuff. Steal their name, steal their life, steal everything. Steal their beat, steal their lyric. Ain't nothing but a bunch of done thieves out here now. It is. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. But these young folks, let them go. Like I say, you can rap, don't even say, sound like he got a mouthful of yellow jacket. But I mean, it just shows the education. Now that you can, I just put it out there. But since you're out there, everybody here. No, I'm just saying, that's where the audience mind at. Say something we can't hear. Man, that dope, man. Nigga, kill it. What he say? But you know what? Now in their defense now, the 80s, we had that stupid stuff now. I'm telling you what now. That the W, but we know what them niggas was saying. We don't know what that stuff was saying. We were chanting. We had some stupid stuff. Jack the Shogun them. It ain't Jack them. We were stupid. But we ain't have that one album. We ain't have but one of them do that now. I don't know how many mumblers they got now. You know, everybody mumbling wrong. Everybody gonna get a mouthful of rocks and start singing. It's over now. It done gone. There's some folks in here, they trying to play them in. Getting them joker iTunes play, everything mumbling. I don't know. It just done changed though. People need a message. We gotta talk to our people. So he ain't got to make. I'm telling you, to me, one of the better ones then for speaking. I mean, Chuck D. Public, he was talking. He was talking. Everybody was dancing. Flavor Flav with the hype man, and Flavor Flav really was a distraction. Cause that joke was telling Public Enemy #1. He was trying to tell us something. We were so busy dancing and going forward. Listen, Chuck D has always been the same person. He was the only guy I could say was talking. He was really talking. KRS-One had one. He did. He tried to talk a little bit. Yeah, how that was that? Yeah, nobody really was talking to us. You know what I'm saying? You had some fella try to call themselves educated rappers, but you really didn't have no guy really trying to educate. Everybody was trying to get the money out your pocket. They try to get a booty jumping. Everybody try to get you on the floor. Because everybody trying to get their stuff in the club. While folks were jumping, nobody was thinking about putting it in our head. You know, I'm just being honest with you. And now, they did at least try to get together. The self-destruction was really, it didn't go, it should have, because you had all those memorable people, but everybody was dancing. Nobody wanted to listen to what they were saying. I heard them, they were saying it, but nobody saw that. They were actually telling us then they was going to use rap. They tried to tell everybody then. They said, listen, they said that's all it is. They said it's one or two ignorant brothers. They let everybody know it's one or two ignorant people trying to rob and steal, and you're going to get caught in the middle. They let you know to crush that stereotype. They said that's what we did. Them tried to tell they united. They tried, after that, they never got back together. Because white folk know how to keep us separated. The fact that many rappers got together, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. That them guys, they had enough sense. But who you remember Self-Destruction came out? Those were named rappers. MC Light. You had several. You had a lot of, I think, Kumo D, I think, might have got in it. KRS-One. A lot of them got in there. There was a lot of people. They kept trying to tell everybody they're going to use rap. They're trying to use rap. And NWA, they did it. When NWA came out, they changed the whole face of rap. They had none. We had a little nasty mouth, not short dog. I didn't know he was that ugly, because back then you didn't see people. You listen to rap. When I seen that man on TV, that nigga know he was ugly. He talked about hoes so much, man, like he woke up and slept with them. I mean, that boy ain't never been with no girl before. Oh, that boy a bisexual. I know he paying for everything he get. Double. It was bad, man. It was bad. And it was bad. It was just bad. Short Dog had that mind. Now he dropped that in the ghetto. Oh, yeah. That ghetto was just showing no hot, boy. He stole it for the 70s, but he laid it down on the ghetto, though. He did in it. But I just don't know, man. Rap just went crazy, and everybody went violent, and everybody want to go to who can do this and all this and F the police, and here we go. Then Ice-T, Lemonade jumped out here. Had folks out here with cop killing, and they should add how many police you kill so I can come behind, so I can match your numbers. Man, the bad police, man, folks sitting in jail riding. You know how many folks dead from running? Listen to that man trying to shoot at the police. That man, the bad police. I don't know how you can play on TV with it. It's hard for me to watch you do that when you are the reason why. You once started cop killers. Colors. Now a movie part, that joker put listen. A lot of y'all were little. How many of y'all were little when Colors came out? Man, they had to listen. They had to shut the movie theaters down because of the violence. Color was so bad when it came out because people never understood how LA game worked. And when that movie came out, listen, New York, everybody erupted. They had to just shut it down. Can't play it. Just stop. Because people were watching, they were losing it. They started looking at the color. They thought they had the whole premise of it. It just viral. And that bastard song, and now he the best police you ever seen. I knew he was changing when I said in New Jack City he was the police. Undercover, the whole time. He ain't never, every time you see he been the police, way before that, before Law and Order. I don't respect it when I see it. I don't respect it. I don't do it. I did what? Ice Cube, he the what? Cops again, what is it? Ride along 1 and 2 or 3. Man, I can't watch no stuff like that, man. I can't watch that stuff. These guys respond, F the police. Do y'all know how many folk went to jail behind this record? F the police. Man, these guys got a lot of folks in prison. All that stuff look nice to y'all. He's trying to come back. Man, get him tell them for how much you messed up people. That I respect. Just admit, a lot of y'all locked up because of stuff I did. Tell the truth. It's some stuff I sung, some stuff I put out here. When we seen IQ, we thought he was a drug dealer. He did Boys in the Hood so good. I said, I walk up, Doe. He'll make you call him Doe Boy. This man, private school prayer warrior. Do you think people knew that back then? They got never sold an album. They'd never sold it. Nobody would have bought it. You couldn't have got away with that. Like all these guys here, this fake stuff, YouTubing each other and doing stuff. They might well WWE wrestling more real than these guys is. That's just being honest. And they responsible. You know, and what this is the thing, and people can tell they won't take it. The part I got with listening to these people is, these people are destroying their own people. Let's go with back then people didn't know. Let's go with NWA didn't know. Because rap didn't, nope, I don't believe they knew. They didn't, I don't believe in one instant they knew that, okay? I don't believe that. There's no way they knew that. The problem become now, these guys now are smarter and they're more business. They will sell you gangster rap. They will disrespect our women. The same problem we had back. Those guys did out of, I'm from the project. That's how we treat girls in the project, okay? That's how we talk to them in the project. So the record went because people who understood street life realized that's our thing. These guys here coming from universities. These guys coming from private. Short Dog went to a private school. I watched the interview him years ago. His mama said, she said, you talk like that, you did all that? He said, no, I ain't did that. I said, because I did the stuff that I was saying myself. He in every song, you'd be with that edge at the end of it. I dropped the beat on it. That high song, that was his signature. This guy went to a private school, and you say Oakland is off the chain. So people looking at, okay, this nigga street, this nigga talking up. They knew because you listening to other people you watching. What, Big and Small wrote one video, him in a project, in a house, and he jumping up, him mama trying to talk, he walking out in a 1-bedroom. Listen, y'all see the video? You know his mama, they interviewed the mom about that. She said, Christopher, when we live in a 1-bedroom apartment? Oh, he talking how he got to give him sell dope. He videoing, he in the house sitting at the table. This joker jump up like he got to do something. So a street nigga who know about hustling like, my moms ain't eat, my little brother, I got to do something. You identify and say, man, that nigga, that real. That's real. I know that's my story. I had to do something. Family ain't eat. We in a 1-bedroom apartment. Money ain't coming. I got to do something. This nigga went to private school. They live, his mama had always been bidding. He don't know nothing about no starving, being behind, no lights out. But because you know other people, he listened to their story. Then he rapping it, and you reaching, and everybody look at that nigga. He come out here, that nigga dragging his leg. That nigga like, man, this nigga, are you from private school? And then talking all stupid, but this is the part I have. The people you mess up, make your money, but you need to do better than that. They ain't even your, some people look at, this is my real story. Okay? This is where I'm at. This is where I come from. This all I know. We trying to correct somebody who telling you, this what I know. Have you ever been hungry? Have you ever been and watched your little brothers and sisters them hungry? Mom ain't got nothing, dad ain't, pops ain't been around. It's all on your back. So these jokers singing survival. The people, they rich are the people who understand survival. These are private school niggas. Yeah. These college graduates. Yeah. Making a fool out of people. Walking out, gangster stuff on, like these jokes in a game. Nigga, listen, them niggas couldn't even be with the little rascals. They was a gang. It's bad. It's bad. It messed up a lot of people, man. I won't forget them guys. I'm serious. I look at these guys like, man. So the newer rappers, they're more dangerous. Because you know what happened. You saw what happened to these guys. You still putting it like them to these guys do. Now, one of these guys I ain't got no credibility. They get niggas off the street, put them in their entourage. So these niggas talking. Now that nigga rapping, he sounding relevant. You're saying, oh nigga, okay, my nigga still out here. My nigga ain't nowhere. My nigga is working. This nigga's praying every night. Y'all hear what I'm saying? This nigga eating a healthy meal. And he got these niggas thinking he in the drive-thru. He like to blow the nigga away the other day in the drive-thru. Then what I don't get with these niggas, how'd you this gangster, you need security? Right. This is the most backward stuff I've seen in my life. Nigga, I can't wait to see you, nigga. I'm black. I got 80 niggas around me, day and night. It don't even make sense. But think about this, though. This is what you look at. I just want y'all to think about people. You clock into yourself. It's a nigga listening to this who heard you say you ready to blow a nigga away when you see that nigga. Anytime you ready, nigga, it's on, nigga. You got security. This person don't even exist who you talking about. The other person is just like you. Y'all niggas ain't finna do nothing. But this nigga on the street, you fed his mind. So now he ready to run somebody. He finna get killed or kill somebody. Somebody finna do some time. That's how they messed us up, man. They messed us up. They feed these niggas. And all this stuff on the street, we out here, there ain't no daddies in the home. It's too many people grew up without a father in the home, ain't made these decisions. It's this mess we got our kids this to. We need to hold these people accountable. Man, they'll stir our kids. Man, too many people. It's too many people that came up with me that's dead. It's too many other folks that's dying now. From these people, hey, let me tell you something. You think these people got these folks in these studios sitting here signing a contract and these folks finna get shot? A lot of these guys is just running. They getting a life to get stuff going, to pop stuff out to sound relevant to these people. You got other people who really doing it because they believing in you. Okay. Y'all know how many kids broke their leg from diving off the top of stuff called Superman? Y'all know how many kids got hurt because they thought they could shoot a web and swung off something and wound up. Why? Superman. You know how many kids have been injured, paralyzed, legs broke, arms fractured, because they seen Dusty Rhodes do that elbow? Wrestling, you know how many folks neck have been injured because wrestling number 2, they're going to come and hit you with that knee lift. And they seen nothing get broke on TV because all of it theatrical and nobody hold, nobody can. You know what wrestling did to come and be responsible? Those rappers, all them rappers came out one time trying to tell people, please don't do this at home. Leave it to the professional. We're in a ring trying to stop it because you know what they realize? We are responsible for what these kids, some kid, you know, they getting a letter, some mother sending them a picture. I just want you to see what my son look like. From watching you in that cage match. And you know they got a conscience. You know they start realizing we need to say something. That bad when them white folk got a conscience. How many of y'all seen them when they came out tell them kids not to do it? Leave it to the prophet. You know why? Because too many mothers start. How many times mothers have cried? How many times mothers have buried their kids? How many times mothers go to these prisons to see their kids? Cause of their rap. Don't worry about it. The nigga is more irresponsible than the white man. Them guys had a conscience. They look at, man, listen, I'm in here just trying to wrestle and make money. When the wrestler tell you I'm on the street fighting anybody, they leaving all their stuff here. Yet they still looking at people. These kids are watching me, and they going out here and they getting hurt. I'm getting letters. I'm getting emails or pictures of kids injured and hurt. I don't want that on my conscience. Right. These niggas here don't have a conscience. Y'all can love it. They don't have no conscience about you and your kids. Let them make their money. Go look in that prison, how many of them kids. You'd be surprised how many of them kids in prison who listen to it. We ain't gonna put who took what they said. My nigga said that's what he do. That's how I want to be like him. He got money. He talking about hoes around him all the time. He got hoes, he got money. He talking how many cars he got, how many niggas he got, and he's shooting people. So I want money. I want hoes. What I got to do? And I got that from the records. Nobody want to talk about being responsible. That's right. Man, first thing I do every when they rapper, hold them responsible. Make them be responsible to their people. I'm just, man, I know it don't matter to y'all. Don't worry about it. Let your kid get caught up with it and do it. Don't write me either. Don't talk to me about it. Because you don't stop it. Because it's not fair. At least educate your people and let them know, listen, this is entertainment. I ain't saying you up for no suicide mission. Man, you say the wrong thing. These kids going down here blasting out at the police station. And they ain't going to win that fight. Because they listening to you. Them rappers, hey, now when the rapper going no police shoot, they ain't shoot no police. Them guys not shooting nothing. The dumb one done did it already in jail. They done that. They let them know, right, it's over with. And them kids need to see him. This nigga like, oh, he ain't never coming back on no street. The name they getting ain't making sense. The name they putting, they subscribing themselves to, right there, I tell you, leave them alone. Why my name gonna be murder something? So my name murder something, what I do? Bake cakes? What I do? What I do, pass out wash towels on Saturday? Don't, listen, it ain't that they're not talented. It's the fact that these people twist them in a direction till you hurt more of your people. When we were down, we wanted to dance. We were trying to dance. These niggas ain't trying to dance. F the club up, F the club. F the club up. Why would I put tear the club? What, y'all ain't gonna play that in here? Tear the club up, tear the club up. What they finna start doing? You know what we had with Wild back then? You know what we had back then? We saw the Wild thing we saw. The roach was on the wall. We don't need no rain. Let that mother blanket crawl. Crawl. That's the more y'all don't remember that? Who remember that? Man, that was, man, y'all, man, come on. That was it. Then you were her burn, mother blanket, burn. But nobody never set fire to the club. It was talking about the roads. These are tear the club up, tear the club up. You're in a club 4 times. And unfortunately, guess what they did? They tore the club up. And guess what? And this is stupid. The diamond who owned the club, what did you think? The folks listened to a song said tap the club. Where you think they're going to tap at? Then they had to know what? Hit her, Emma Alpha? Yep. I bet you won't hit them. Yep. That's the song. I bet you won't hit them. You know how many niggas listen to some stuff like that saying, who won't? They listen to a song saying, I bet you won't hit them. In the club, I bet you won't hit them. It's some folk hearing this saying, who won't? They be like, I'm the wrong person to bet. Somebody getting hit. Now, once somebody get hit, folk getting hit, guess what? You ain't got your little money. You are a detriment to your own people. And white folks say, guess what? Someone going to the hospital, y'all going to jail. This guy tore up, folks done got hurt, and you sat here, you just passing that mess on to somebody else. Irresponsible. They're irresponsible. They're irresponsible. Somebody listening there and say, man, what you supposed to do with this record? You know what I'm saying, man? Get them hype. You know what I'm saying? Tell the club, F the club. Man, get this out of here, man. We're not playing no stuff like that. And the people who in the club, your club deserve to be towed to the ground. Shouldn't be nothing but action for you playing it. Stomped to the ground. You're a detriment to people. Is getting money that serious to us? At the end of hurting our own people, hurting ourselves? You own the club. You don't put a song on F the club up, tear the club up. Where's this going? When the police come, when they fight, we need to write. What happened? They started tearing up the club. What was going on? We were playing music. What song was being played? Tear the club. What song? Tear the club. Tear the club up. Who played it? Did some folk break it here? No, I had a DJ had them playing. It can't close. Who you need to lock up? I'm gonna lock you and the DJ up. Both of y'all going to jail, inciting a riot. That's inciting a riot. Somebody get stampeded in there, somebody get hurt, just so you can get some people to pack your club out. They don't even care if they lose, long as they make some money off you. You know, if more of our people would pass that message on, we would challenge them to speak to our intelligence. We can dance and be intelligent. Our women ain't got to be no skank hoes.
That's right. That's right.
Our men ain't got to be no P-U-S-S-Y. Ain't be no punk.
That's right.
You can't dance without somebody got to be a punk or a B. Think about it. Something wrong with you.
That's right.
I can't live there, man. I got to hear a nigga as a faggot. And a woman as a hoe. That's my jam. Nigga on the wall all night waiting on that to play. Are you serious? Man, nobody never got hurt when Luther came on. Somebody got pregnant. Everybody got hurt now. Isn't that right? When Teddy sung that, turn off the light. Everybody got hurt with him in that limo when he went up against that wall in there. That man tried to give him that pickle. And Teddy realized this is a big deal him. Teddy hit that tree with that roll right. That was it. Teddy, but then get what? Didn't nobody get hurt but Teddy. Teddy ain't hurt nobody now. Man, folks certain stuff, man. Even Cooligan ain't gonna hurt nobody to get on down. How you gonna get to fight all that? Ain't gonna hurt nobody to get on down. No, how you get to fight? They try to say it ain't gonna hurt nobody if we just dance. These niggas that Michael Jackson told him he was dancing, machine. That's it. That Mike was talking, man. That Mike was, ooh, baby, he was dancing. These niggas can't get 5 words out their mouth. You a punk, hoe, faggot, gotta fight you. Or suck something on your daddy. Boy, I tell you, boy, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. Well, this is where we're going to. Rap music, old folks try to tell us back that stuff wasn't no good, and we sat here and we kept dinging around with it, playing with it, and it went too far. That's what happened. It went too far. We should have kept a brace on it. Now, I'm just, you had your little concert, you do some stuff, grab a peanut, piss on everybody. Everybody just gone and leave. We want our money back. We gone. Everybody walk out. We gone. We want our money back. All that little stuff he did. Listen, when them promoters say, I can't book you no more. You hold these people accountable.
Yes, sir.
These guys run their mouth. They don't need no security. Get out there and do your own thing. You don't need no security. What you just said, I want a nigga come shoot me up. Man, I quit. Man, are you serious? You'll be the first nigga running. They put everybody's life on line but their own. They doing what you're supposed to do. You ain't got to worry about no security. You shouldn't have nothing but fans coming for you. Fans that love you. You know what I'm saying? Back then, what it was? What about trying to kill? Who was trying to kill Teddy? I don't want to try to kill Sam Cooke. I think it was his dad that wanted it. Who killed Sam Cooke? His dad and the old lady? Now, I know Marvin Gaye got killed. A hooker killed him. He should have paid. Hold on for me, Uncle Ted. We all looking at that. I know. We looking, hold on. They're tight, right? We just hearing that one, ain't it? A Chinese woman killed Sam Cooke. Ain't you remember that? Sam Cooke got killed. Buddy, Kerry, you were there? You remember how Sam Cooke died, Uncle Ted? Do you remember? No, I said, do you remember? Huh? Yeah, I thought somebody killed him. The Chinese hooker. Yeah. Back then, they didn't give all that information. No, we just know folk were dead.
I don't know, but Chris do know.
Chris seemed to know a lot. That's what he said. He talked like it anyway, wasn't it? He must have been born by a river. That's the way he gonna know. Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, man, we just lost it, man. It's bad. Ain't nothing where it needs to be now. It's bad. I mean, but you know what though? Folks try to tell them that old worldly music. We said, man, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nobody doing that. We just dancing. See, it kept going, and that's what happened to keep it. Because you know what? Folks tried to tell her back then what it was. Folks tried to tell you that stuff down. And that stuff right there, that stuff, folks like, oh, ain't no, how much y'all holler? Ain't nobody even doing nothing. Man, all that music made to do something. You get to dance, folks got to slap on something, or hug something, or hold something, or pull something close to you. That's all it was. That's just being honest. That's what it's going to lead to. That's where it's going to lead to. Then we looking at, I mean, folks just having a little fun. And fun turned out, folks get killed. Now, if somebody get killed, man, in the club, man, everything be like, wow. That just killed everything, somebody got killed. But wasn't no shoot up no club like that. If it was two folk got to argue, fight, and somebody killed somebody. Do you remember that when y'all growing up, somebody got mad and they started shooting everybody up at the club? Now, it was them. Now, these folks don't leave it like that now. Me and Uncle Ted fight. Bob, Bob. He like, how I got over here? Man, I lost it. Man, these folks, they look for a reason to shoot up innocent folks. That's how bad it is. It ain't the same no more. I remember folks got into it with them. Now, listen, everybody involved. Kill everybody who around, just add folks. Man, these folk mind just bad. I've seen some bad folk now. But these folk now, whoa. Folk back then, folk intent on, if they mind was set to get you, they were coming. It was some folk, they weren't going to rest till they get you. One know you and everybody else in the world they could get their hands on. The mindset, I'm telling you, you've been around crazy folks, ain't you? Do you remember them? If they had a problem, just say hypothetically, they're going to kill you and everybody else around the kids too. That's right. And them folk had that mind. They just, you know what I'm saying? Now say, if it's me and him and you with him, and I feel like you going to get in it, now that gets you killed, you jump in the way. But wasn't there no reason to just go shooting folks and no kids. Folks didn't even think like that, killing no kids. Man, y'all don't realize, these folks, y'all don't realize the world ain't in the same place. This ain't the same people. Kids expendable. Man, you shot a baby? Man, everybody looking for you need to be dead. That's regular now. Baby shot is nothing. That's nothing. A baby got killed. Man, keep moving. Man, a baby got killed. Man, like the world stopped. How a baby got killed? Now, man, baby getting killed. So I'm just telling you, people are becoming numb. It's numb. A baby got killed. That'd be like a tragedy. They'll try to just make it like it's big on the news. Man, folks keep moving. You'll stop, man, the news with a head. You be like, y'all heard about a baby got killed? Man, folks be like, yeah, baby got killed. You're like, oh, yeah, what? Oh, okay. Bet that. Folks move. They don't care. People don't care no more. You had a kid missing, folks trying to find it. Somebody grabbed the kid. Man, the world a whole nother place, y'all. Y'all young people, y'all stay here and y'all stay real close and attach your Lord to Mr. Yahuwah. Don't you be no fool. This ain't the same people. Man, these folks will kill you dead and get you up and kill you dead again. These folks will kill you dead and everything you love. This a whole nother generation. You know what happened? They poisoned us with the drugs. They poisoned us with the alcohol. They didn't. What happened? I drunk a lot. If I could pull back everything I drunk, you can open up a mini liquor store. I won't be missing but a few bottles. You know, I'm just telling you, how much? If you get all the bill back and look at you drunk, could they open a liquor store and could tell you from that?
They can do a pretty good job.
Pretty good job, that's right. I tell you what, I could do 100 customers and still have stuff on the shelf. But I'm just saying, to do all that, what happened, like we say, a lot of us survived. How many of y'all were drinkers? I'm talking about heavy drinkers. Now, you think about that. Now, you recovered and you doing all right. But you know, some of us, and when I said some of us, I'm talking about in the world, we made kids. Some of the detriment and harm we didn't get, they'll pass down to the new generation. You might have escaped it, but our kids didn't escape. A lot of folks smoke crack. If folks smoke crack, tooted cocaine, stuff like that, they be like, how folks, I'm talking about not just here, in the world, they feel like, but I did good. They like, I did good, I'm doing good. You made kids. And that stuff gets in your bloodstream. So when it's going into something that creates an embryo in a child, the effect is different. These kids coming out now, man, they love cold. These kids cold, man. You just jump out of the car, just start shooting up a building, man, for to join a game. They used to have fighting and stuff like that. You jumping out and you just start unload in an apartment building, people in them. So you can get in the game. Man, it's the drug. You got to look at the people that they came from. People, we can change, but we created these monsters. These are our monsters. And we need, man, if I can just get our men and listen, we can go out here and get a lot of these kids and bring them back. A lot of these kids just want to know somebody to love them. That's all, man. They only doing that because they want to be loved. That gang gonna be like, man, you the man, you a killer. They don't know I want affection. I just go at it the wrong way. Man, we get out here, these kids just want to know somebody to kill. And we called up nobody to kill, they made the whole world pay. And this on us, I don't know why our men hang out. And these rappers could be an instrumental tool where they could come in and realize, man, we do need to get out here and best response. Man, you know what they do to see these guys go into these schools, man, and tell these kids they start getting these kids on task. You know what they do? A bunch of them guys pop up. What they think about you come get some rappers came to that school? What they would have did for y'all? And told them, he'll tell you, man, you know, getting you an education and talking to you about stuff and letting you know, hey, man, you need to start doing it. You need to start minding. Man, these kids, they came to see me. They care. We lost them. We done lost these kids. Nobody don't care because we don't hold them responsible either. Don't buy their records. Don't watch their videos. Don't watch their YouTube. Let their count go down. You got to punish them, man. You hurting them. What? That's amazing. How many of y'all watch Klan videos? I'm sorry, sir. Since you answered, you mind if I ask you a serious question? You don't watch Klan videos. Is there a reason why? You don't go along with what? With Klan? Racism. How they treat colors. It's tight. So what you're saying, the people that watch these rappers that do it go along with it. How many of y'all watch Klan? The Klan say they want you dead, right? They hate you. These rappers tell you they hate you. You're a hoe. Why would you not watch the Klan, but you'll watch them? That makes no sense. If I were the Klan, I'd be pissed with you. Because you're hypocrites. You're hypocrites. The Klan want our people dead. What these rappers asking for?
Oh, that's right.
Make a record about kill a nigga for his girl. What I want you? You got a gun? I'm talking about killing you. You know what though? That beat tight. I ain't gonna lie though, that beat tight. Are you serious? You can pick the beat up and the lyrics ain't throwing you? We need accountability. We need accountability. I'm working on a program. I got a couple of people saying they're going to help out. We're going to see what they're going to do. I'm looking to try to institute a little program, and I don't want no police involved. Is it going to be us? Is it going to be us? Because this is not a police matter. This is a matter we dropped the ball. A lot of these kids we keep sending the police to go in and get. It's not the police matter. These are our kids. I'm sending the police here. It's a man in there with a gun. This your 16-year-old kid that you can talk down and get it. But if I'm gonna go in at the police camp, I gotta call a man in here with a gun. I'm not going in here to talk, cause I want to go home. I'm gonna put him down. Now I know what y'all niggas gonna do. I'm standing for the white man today. Okay. Why you trying to talk to him? Did he know him? They just run in here and kill our kid, them cracker. Why you didn't get your kid?
That's right.
Why you didn't get your kid so I ain't had to come kill him?
That's right.
If you'd have did your job, they would have never called me in the first place. That's the same thing, holler. Call the police. Police come. My son, he out of control. I can't do nothing with him. He got a mental problem. You know what I heard? Your son, you can't do nothing with him. You think I got time? Come on now. Nobody can't do nothing with you. I just want to talk to you. And you got a mental problem. I'm going to blow your brains out when I get down. Because you call me frantic. You call frantic saying you need help. He out of control. He hurt my husband. What you thought I heard? Come in now. I'm going to see if I can come in and talk him down. If I can reason with him because he got a mental problem. I'm going to shoot this bastard and I'm going to go to lunch. Now, you call me, I only have a couple of tools on me. Taser, blackjack, flashlight, shotgun, pistol. Which one you want? You can't. You say it's your child. Yeah. Well, he does this. He on medication, and he's strong. You think they finna have me on TikTok? My head butting out like this. Skull, your son went backwards. You know how many times they gonna play a thing on TikTok? My flashlight taser jet busted up on the ground, scattered, battery jet rolling. Not gonna happen. Your son done got that little walk talk and then wrap that cord around my neck. Man, they just play over the news, over and over. The daddy news. Watch this. Play it, put it. They'll make you like a fool, and they'll look like they're trying to just tell a story. You looking saying, I hate they recorded that. That's it. You got to walk in now. You got to hypothetically just borrow for something. You got to come in. You got to walk right in and say, listen, I don't want to be on no YouTube. That's right. I'm not getting flipped to that. Put it to the head. Just say, listen, I'm not in the mood. When I leave here, I want to go home. I want to get something to eat. I'm going to smoke some hemp. That's it. And all he was doing was jaywalking. I said, listen, you just everybody dangerous. Ain't that right? I mean, niggas spit on the curb. You just put it. Listen, I don't want to be on YouTube. We got to get everybody down to. Let's get this thing. Let's get some order to this. That's the best. We got to train the people. We got to train the police. You know, that be honest. Police do need training. That be honest, correct. What a training for the people. They ride down the street. F you pig. What your trainer? You know what we used to call it? Home trainer. Everybody first. We need to rehabilitate the police. Won't we rehabilitate these fathers? Train them how to get back in their homes. Won't we do some kind of training with these mothers on the importance of rearing your kids and knowing where your kids are? That's amazing that the police the only people need training. Why we ain't training these people? Why don't the federal government sign a bill for $50 billion to let me and other people train these parents to put these homes back together? I guarantee we'll have a few less police killing. You always gonna have some road. You gonna have some people gonna still need some bullets in them, but you'll have less of them when we did some training. That's what they said we need for the police. We need to train them. What we say? De-escalation. We need to train parents how to escalate. Hypothetically, borrow for a second. You don't do what I tell you. No, I need you to come over here. Get your butt over here before I knock the piss out you. See, escalation training. We tried it a nice way, she ain't moved fast. While we de-escalate the police, we need to teach her how to escalate. Right. We taught that hand come from back here. Put a little spit on it. It need to be wet. You heard them wet wipe? Give them a wet one. Take do like prayer. Lick all them things and come across you slap. Scout that thing just skeet and come around their ear. Call it escalation. De-escalate the police, escalate the parent. $50 billion, I can teach all of them how to do it. That's just being honest. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'd rather beat the piss out of my kid, the police walker had to shoot him. Yeah. But let's just be practical. I don't know your kid. Get what I do know, Darren? You called me and told me you couldn't do nothing with him. You know what I processed in my mind already? It's your kid, you've been feeding him and raising him. I ain't never done nothing for your kid. I'm going to kill your kid when I get there. Because I don't want my kid to think I'm you. You know, the man feeding them, who take care of them, they done popped up and he can't do nothing with them. Listen, I'm coming wide open. I got that pistol, I'm way it glittering. I'm putting Vaseline on my pistol. I want that thing to slide out that holster real easy. Y'all hear me? That's it, go to shoot. You asked for it. Think about it. I know it's fun and I exaggerate a little bit, but in a good way. Let's think about it. Hypothetically, had Darren done his job, should I be called? You see what I'm saying? But see, let's make this about the police shoot. Every time police get called, they get shot. How about once you start calling? But you can't start calling because you're getting whooped up. That's why you call me, because you got whooped up. And now you want me to get whooped up and don't shoot them. Not hard to get up with that vest on. All that equipment you lay on that ground, them shiny shoes. Man, it's a struggle getting up off that ground. Man, you don't lay on that ready, you lay on that, them cuffs. All right, they laugh. They don't, that's the thing. You know how hard it is to get up with all that stuff on that ground. Man, anybody trying to lay on that ground, man? And look, I was told by one, y'all know them cuffs in the back in their back. Do y'all know there's been a lot of officers have fell on them cuffs and have injured their back for life? So they make a difference, man, him scuffling going on. And that man flipped me, and I ran to break my back. My kids got to go get a battery and put in a wheelchair and go get me a straw from Crystals, so I can move around. Now, what you think I'm calculating? My kid, me blowing the crystal straw, or go ahead and blow your brains out. See, the Negro ain't about to tell them the truth. We are our own destruction. Stop calling them. Stop calling them. You don't like them. They keep killing. Why you keep calling? Because your kids are killing you. Your kids are hurting you. You let your kids run rampant. They're out of control. And then you want everybody to set and suffer the hand of your kid. You know who will be the killer of us? Before white police? These nigger kids. Go do the numbers of how many of us get shot by police and how many of us get killed by these kids. But we don't protest that, though. Where our protest of that be kids? Get them off the street. We don't need no kids. Where these signs at? Why we don't have signs protesting these kids? We would rather get beat up. We would rather be humiliated. We would rather be disgraced by our kids. Isn't that right? And then we call the white man to come. We call, what color police in your mind coming? And what are we saying stereotypically happens when we call white police? So it must be pretty bad that you call me, because you know I'm a killer. But you call me anyway. You know I'm a killer, right? I'm prone to shoot blacks, right? And you call me anyway. Because you know why I leave? Nobody don't talk to our people, tell them the truth. We put blame on everybody, we don't accept no blame. I want to unite a group of people, and we're going to establish a system for our kids. I talked to a couple of people that's willing to help. That's they got the credentials to help do it. And I explained them to them. I said, I don't want no police involved. Not now. This will be us. We'll police our own people. We'll police them. We got to do it. We got to do something. At that point, what we going to do? What we going to do? We got to talk to them with love, too. At the same time, we got to be tough with them. We ain't taking no whipping from them. You don't have to worry about the police. What I'm gonna do to you, you're gonna need the ambulance. I'm just being honest. We gotta be some tough love. At the same time, you gotta know we're there. I'm telling y'all, we can change the dynamics of what's going on with our kids. We gotta get fathers involved. I don't need no niggas up here. Wait, come on, how do you come in? You in the clay, come. Just walk on. Nigga, I want something from you. I want something from you. I be wanting y'all young niggas. We don't need you. Be like, sir, you can go home. We don't need you no more. We good. We don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need anybody provoking with that. We don't need it. We don't need it. We ain't trying to. We ain't gonna try to. Nigga, I want these little niggas to try me. You dismiss. I know how to get rid of it now. I put some dope on you now. Slide some. I got some old habit now. I put some stuff in your pocket, call them folk. The dog come sniff you out of here. They waited to get y'all the property here for a long, long time. But we need to be the people and let the kids see us. Because you know the thing is, okay, so me and you go too far, you just gonna call the police. So the kid not scared of us, they scared of the police. They got us to where our kids not afraid of us. Because what's always I'm gonna call the police. So you can't do nothing. So you know you can't do nothing. Henry Gray was not calling the police. It's gonna be ambulance. He calling the morgue. There's only one group can come, that's the morgue. That's it. There will be no police, there will be the morgue. These people need to bury you today. Ain't that right? Or he gonna cause somebody to come out there with a bulldozer to dig me up. Because he don't want me in his yard. That man, he was very sensitive about his yard. He did not, there was a walkway, he told you, I don't like folks in my yard. He's clear. Don't be in my yard. I told that man, gave me a good stern He cut me down one day, man. I went across that grass. He let me have it. I stood there. He let me have it. His brothers and them pulled up from out of town. They paused, and they got that car, and they came across that grass. He said, what y'all doing? They look. He lost it on them. Told them to get back in their car and get the blank out of his yard. He said, listen, I respect it. He just told, I just got through getting on my son about that. He wanted them in their car and out his yard. They drove out, they look, got right back in that car, pulled right back out that yard. I heard he did. I said, I'm glad them folk came across that grass. Before he swung and hit me, because he had to divert the attention. He was more pissed about them than about coming, because he just told me something, and he didn't just mean that for me, he meant that for everybody. I don't like people in my yard. He had a walkway. That's how you come to this house. So then we got to get back, we got to establish that. I respected him for it, though. He didn't care. He didn't care about how they rolled down, nothing. He wanted them gone then. I remember one time his brother came to pick him up. He had told him to come pick him up. He about 5 minutes late. My dad started walking. He rolled beside my dad. My dad told him he can get the blank on. Listen, he said, listen. My dad said, I don't want no ride from you. He said, Cap. He said, 5 minutes. My dad said, when I said a time, that's what time you best be there. Listen, my dad got around that, but he was like, you don't care about. My dad was done talking. He was 5 minutes late. My dad couldn't use him. I was like, hey man, I remember one time I ran home. He told me at 7 o'clock. Man, I said, I was rolling. I got in that door about 7:02. That man walked me down. He said, come on. He said, what time is it? That thing, 7:02. He said, when I said 7 o'clock, you best be here at 7 o'clock. Let me have it. That was it. I learned how to tell time. I thought if you lean your head right, it's 7 o'clock. But I wasn't going to tell him that. And he'd have just leaned over a little bit. It was 7 o'clock. But Mr. Grady didn't play that. When he said 7 o'clock, that's what time you best be there. So I'm just telling you now. But it taught me some stuff. That's why I don't come here late. I try to tell the other one where they just slide. They have the man was just strict. What time? What time I told you? That's how it was. And it built something for me to learn how to be on time when you're doing stuff. But a lot of times, like, without, and a lot of y'all like that. It's just, Rudy, he got that habit too. That just popping door. Already be like, how y'all doing? You know, what you been doing? You haven't been well, Rudy! I tell you, I'm going to talk to you later. Preacher talking now. Yeah, how you doing that? Rudy! You know, I'm going to get preacher talking about, boom. But I tell y'all that, the teacher, let me tell y'all something. My men. As men, a couple things y'all got to learn. Whew. One thing to be a man, you got to be able to uphold your word. Punctuality is important. That's part of being a man. And a lot of times, I know y'all got in your behavior. Somebody told you was a man because you had some hair around your goobers and you got a little slinky. You know, you slink, you hang down. You know what I'm saying? Some of them pop back up, yours hang down a little longer. That don't make you no man. A man is having credibility. A man's word is his word. My dad taught me one thing. His word was his word. That's how it would come. That's how he taught me. His word is what it is. I'm telling you, am I making this stuff up? Them old men live by that. Listen, man, you and I want to be just how the old lion camp. That's like now that wouldn't be nothing. Old lion, just old lion. Folks be listen, man, them folks didn't play that stuff. Them folks, if they say I jump over the building and kill you dead, they were gonna do everything they could to get over the building and kill you, because they don't put it out their mouth. And you know, that's how, you know, the old folk, they play that. If they said, boy, I'll kill you right now, if they say that right there, listen, they didn't let that come out their mouth because they were just talking. I mean, I'll kill you right now. Because they just meant that whatever they word would do about being punctual and being a person that people can count on. You always want to be somebody folk can respect. Especially y'all being, I tell you about this stuff. Late, drag, can't keep your word, don't do what you're supposed to do. That just is terrible. I try to tell y'all that why y'all young, y'all don't realize stuff. As you get older, it's hard. It's hard. You have to start building your credibility at a time. You got to keep your credibility. When people look at, I take you on what you say. If you said it, that's good enough for me. That was it. That's your word. Why would you say anything different? So I try to set that kind of precedent in front of y'all guys so y'all to realize that that's part of being a man. A man ain't just, I pay bills. You can pay bills, still be a liar, still be slow and be late. It's your word, what you radiate, what you put. My daddy didn't have no sense of obtaining Ruach HaKodesh, but he was big about his credibility. He put his name on it. He tell me, I'm gonna butt my head. He said, Jay, the short as I'm born, Henry Gray, I'll bust your head, I'll bust your snot. He tell you, look at you be like, man, I'm put his name on it. Yahuwah put his name on everything he do. He said, when you tell them folks, tell them I said it. Because they know, tell them thus say Yahuwah. The reason why people will fear, because he said something, that's what he going to do. Now, if he made us in his image and his likeness, how y'all guys pop up? Can't trust you. You're just over 50% liars. You will not do what you say you're going to do. You will not keep favor to nothing. You're not consistent to nothing. And it's that bothers me as a man. You can't do that. Your word is all you have. And you scoff, and he told the folks, he said, all I got in this word is my what? And he said, I don't break them for nobody. You know, it's a movie, but people, you couldn't put that in a movie today. Because these guys here, everybody lying. It don't matter. I mean, he know what I meant if I ain't do it. He know what I meant. I meant to. Folk didn't, I don't know. That's a different cloth cutting. And I really try to teach. I know y'all might look at preacher first at y'all. Let me tell you something. Go get you some kids. Let your kids grow up. A lot of y'all gonna find, y'all kids gonna come and tell you about them. They watching you. They watching you. My son, he can tell them, I had credibility not growing up. You tell them the truth. Don't lie for me. You knew me to be a liar? I'm asking you. You knew me to be a liar? You knew me to be a fool? To be somebody's joke? I was somebody's daddy. Somebody's daddy. That means a lot to a kid when a kid can look at their father, look at their mother, and realize they got credibility. I grew up and I went and played, people knew my dad. They said, you said this, said that, such. And they'll tell you, I don't care my mama, all they say, your mama, something else. Your mama, such. I'm like, hey, man, your mama be lying around, hoeing and stuff. My mama? Man, your daddy be lying all the time. Man, your dad, man, a couple times we thought your daddy was gay. Some stuff. Them folk didn't play like that. They didn't play. They were big on their name and credibility. They say something, and they got some old folk back then grew up in the time, and Uncle Ted grew up in that era of that time. Them folk did stuff in the country. You went to the store, you got stuff on credit. Yeah. Everything was signed. It's your word. Listen, I need to get some flour. I need to get some such, and I'll pay you this Thursday. This Thursday, not no mutt down and hide. Them folk, that's my credibility. And everything I got, I'm going to pay this man because I don't ever want this man to say my credit and my word ain't no good. See, now, stuff was on a handshake. Handshake. That's what it's handshake. When y'all see that talking about signed by the X. A man put an X on the paper, that was his signature. All this stuff they did, it's old folk, it's some old folk now, most of them die. They signed with an X. They said, ain't no signature. They said, that's my signature. That was, you know, it's old folk, but that's their signature. You'll know they'll put on the paper, they'll put down, they say sign where the X at. Because that X was a signature. Your word good. Them folk, look, if I stroke that, that's what I said I was going to do. You can count on what I said I was going to do, I'm going to do it. I try to teach y'all that. Y'all guys, it bothers me when I see y'all ain't consistent. You don't look, y'all to do something, you get dialed, you'll start, then you stop. You can't do that stuff. When you're a man, you got to stay that one way. I told you I had to help y'all out. When you're a man, you always want to be known for your word. Credibility is important. Money, all that stuff, real good. When your credibility ain't no good, when your money run out, you done. You can lose that money. You can lose that hook, whatever you got working. You're going to need somebody to be able to take you on your word. If I told you I was going to do something on everything I could, that's what I'm going to do. They ain't here. They can tell if I'm lying. These old folks do it. They say, if I need to borrow something to you that I get paid in that week, you ain't going to look for you no more. I'll come find you. That's how they was. These niggas here. I mean, you ain't say nothing. I figured you were good. I mean, I know I said, but hold on. Did you ask for it? I shouldn't have to ask for it. Oh, you want it. Say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But you'll never get nothing else. See, you get mauled like that with people. That bad. You don't want your life to be. And then you know what's bad with y'all? You don't mind it. That's scarier to me. You don't mind people looking at you as a liar, as a complete failure, and you won't do what you say. I don't ever know when I'm going to need something done. I try to keep my name, keep my word. When I ask for something, that's what it is. That's how you want to be. People I deal with, I got 4 I can go to, I can ask them for large amount of money, and they'll do it. You know why? They know what I said. They ain't going to second guess me either. Still they say. They know if I said it, that's what I'm going to do. End the story. Y'all got me? I'll tell you, I done bought some stuff. How many of y'all know who do real estate at him? You do real estate. What that is you had to put down when you buy property. I had some folk, they asked me for some earning money. I told them I won't give them nothing. I said, I'm going to be there, and I prove it. I said, they said, he said he going to do it. I ain't give them nothing. They asked me for it. I said, I won't give it to you. And I went right down there and I bought it, just like I told them. Because I told them I wasn't doing it. I said, I wasn't giving them nothing. I told him what I was going to do. And the agent let him know he knew. He said, if he said he's going to do it, that's what he's going to do. They said, how we know he's going to show up? I guaranteed I was right there with it. I told him I wasn't going to do it. I told you what I was going to do. That's what I'm going to do. End of story. Now we're there and we done it. End of story. But I would cross pay again, they'll tell you the same thing. If he said he's going to do it, that's what he's going to do. I want y'all guys to learn how to do that. If you don't have nothing else, keep your word. If something come up, be man enough, be woman enough to come and make that right. Y'all don't be on decking away. That's not good. Folks see, he see you. He'll fix it where you will come across again. You'll need something. Can't help you. Can't help you. And you're a man. This everybody. You keep living, you always gonna need somebody. No, but I had some folks here who had that stuff. I don't want to never need nobody. Nigga, you need to be dead. The only way you'll never need nobody, die. If you living, Mr. Yahusha said it that way. There's no way for you to exist and not need nobody. It's impossible. You can work the stack to do. You might need somebody to help you pick up the stack. Can you help me pick up the stack? I thought you'll never need nobody. Keep living. You don't need somebody. I learned that, man. Don't be stupid. You think I be sitting here talking about, oh, I ain't no fool. You're going to need somebody. He fixed it that way. And you know what I mean? People are stupid. See, when y'all ain't realize that. Keep living. You're going to need somebody. And you cut yourself with enough people. Like y'all done burn some bad bridges. You burn some bad bridges. I'm just one of them people, I just overlook stuff, keep going, because I think it's kind of like my kid. Unfortunately, my kids don't do what you do. So that's kind of bad in itself. You always want to be a person, be somebody people can count on. I teach y'all that. Be somebody people can count on. You always want to be somebody. If somebody got to pick somebody, I say, I need to pick somebody I can count on. It shouldn't be no second looking on you. That should be a given. No, you can count on me. Hello? Hold on. I'm telling y'all that men. I'm telling y'all that men, you want to be somebody people can count on. Be somebody you get a wife. Folks want to get a wife. Do something deserving for a wife. Do something. A woman don't want nobody, man. You're a lavish stock. You're a joke. You're a liar. You beat. You con people. It's a shame to her. It's embarrassing to her. I might think I'm the worst thing in the world to you, but I really ain't. I tell y'all some stuff. If your dad ain't told you, should have told you. If you ain't ran across another man in your life, they should have told you. Y'all should have spent y'all some time around some old people. Every done it that they be about stuff, they tell you a lot of stuff. When you get time, you start to realize that make a whole lot of sense. The old people those folk had living sense. You got book sense. You got to pull yours up on the World Wide Web. You need a computer for you to get your information. These folk got there from just living. Those folk know how to live. They understood how just things just work in nature. Stuff you go mess with and you'll kill and you get rid of, them folk like leave it alone. They got to do the same thing you do. I remember old guy taught me one time, white guy by farm. He had this stuff. He said, I was telling about killing them ant, gets us. He said, killing the ant? I said, yeah. He said, no. He said, don't kill that. He said, they got to eat too. That's why you plant enough. He said, them God tillers. He said, they going to God. I said, I look, the ant power, what you do to it? Get me something quick and kill it. That ant got to live just like you do. You got your mind set on what you trying to look at, what you don't like. He put them here too. Anybody asked you to go build over there. But I'm saying the way they taught us, you kill everything. You'll spray all outdoor. You'll spray in the air to kill every insect. These insects play a vital part in everything we do in the earth. You need greens to regenerate and live. So do they. Why you think who would make you plant so much? It's because there's no reason for you to kill. I'll catch Dave Field again back on the air. I'll blow. Man, you got 40. How you finna kill that man about a corn on the cob? He set it up that way. You got enough. You got enough a deer can eat. You got enough a gopher can eat and couldn't wipe you out. But you so greedy, you ain't gonna eat it, then they gonna let it rot. I done blowed Dave away on the outside for getting one corn on the cob. I ain't even gonna pick all this stuff. I just let it rot and nobody get it. You're a miserable, rotten bastard. But that's how we had old folk like in the country. They had none of them folk in the country. Them bastards had them Patrick doing things leaning about to touch the ground in the grass. Yes, sir. Put some on them, run you out the yard. You ain't gonna eat them. They're all on the ground. We gonna eat them. I don't want nobody rather they rot on the tree. They ain't even eat them. They just didn't want you all on the ground. You had to wait for one to hit the ground and roll closer to the road. But you want to grab right quick and grab it and go. I mean, I remember in the country, them folks, you had to wait for it to hit. Them sour apples. Oh, them green apples. Oh, my goodness. You're going to have to mess later. But you sure ate good. And we was a kid, we was out in the, listen, man, honeysuckle, you get them and pop that little green bottle. That little get you a couple of them drops, just keep picking. Them berries on now, them blackberries, and you get them red when they be sour, and they got red and black on. Oh, my goodness, them the best one. Man, you sit there and eat berries, you eat them sour apple. They had them pears out there. Shoot, boy, you had a meal. You eating it playing, study while you running. You playing and eat. Folks look around, want something, they go in the yard and get some pears. You get somebody who fat, go and get us some pears. Get them things, we rolling up out of there. By the time they kind of pour it, we got what we want, we gone. Greedy, sorry bastard. We had to eat, it was survival. But I just tell you how, just looking at how we do stuff. And I want to see y'all as men and women learn to care about your credibility, how people look at you, how people perceive you, what people thought. I don't care what folks think about me. You was a piss poor person. Because you who care what people think about him, either other go in. See, everything, and that's what's sad about you. And this, when I say you, us. I don't care what nobody think about me. Why would you worry about what other people thinking? He wound up destroying part of Yahusha because how other people were looking at him. He said, y'all got people looking at me funny. That ain't me. I don't do that. He cared about how folk looked at him. Could have destroyed all them folk, couldn't he? He said, but Pharaoh never looking. They were going to say something. See, I try to teach y'all that men, y'all credibility, y'all shot over 50% of you. At least minimum probably 65% of your credibility just shot. And you just keep living, you'll learn. What'll happen most of y'all, you'll wind up dying off in the way. You'll just wind up fading off in the flower. You'll keep living, but you won't ever really do nothing. And that'll be because you got to care about it yourself. You want to care about your credibility. I can help y'all now. Don't think I tell y'all nothing wrong. I'll tell you right. It might hurt you, but I guarantee that I tell you something, it'll be right. You want to feel good about yourself or anybody else. Don't run around and try to make other folks feel good about it. I ain't tell you to run around passing out little bags of candy to make people like it. No, like yourself first. And you shouldn't like yourself when you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. That's what I'm telling you. You need to be doing what you need to do. You want to be that type of person. Be somebody folks can count on. Ain't that right? Be somebody people put some confidence in. Be somebody people can say, hey, that's a good one now. Ain't that right? Y'all all right? All right, I know I talked to y'all a little while, but I'm really trying to help y'all before I get out of here. Y'all, how long y'all think that man gonna keep me around here? Y'all killing me. Y'all burning me out, made me lose my hair. I might go pay for a second transplant. Give me one. This time I'm gonna get a big one before I leave him. I'm gonna get one of you can't close the casket on it. Hair ain't cheap now. Y'all need to make up your mind now what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna let me these couple of strings hang out? I'm gonna go get the big one. Like Fred said, I'm gonna get the big one. Ain't that right, y'all? Y'all don't appreciate it till I'm gone. Hate me now, that's fine. Y'all know how I feel about you too. The feeling's mutual. I hate you back. Gotta do that. So we be even. Ain't that right? Just wait, just him. At the end of the day, Y'all to see though, when I'm gone, y'all gonna see it'll be a different ball game. You know they gonna holler, man, I sure miss him. He sure you to tell. He sure was telling them. Yeah, you don't. Some of y'all, a couple of y'all will wake up when I'm gone. Y'all will realize then, yeah, that's it. Ain't nobody put that kind of time. Folks ain't got time to fool you like that. Folks ain't got time. Man, the world ending. Folks got to take care of what they got. Folks got to take care of their own. Folks ain't got time to get caught up with you in your life. And life, it just work like that. You know, really, you need somebody homeless. You know, hospital won't, no people can't make, you know, a nurse can't make no money if ain't nobody sick. Doctors, ambulance driver. How many ambulance drivers you gonna keep if ain't nobody in no emergency got to be picked up and be taken? So he needs some of y'all to be, don't you know, it's some folk, look, you know what they looking at? My job keep being slow. They gonna lay me off. And see, who done heard him too. And he provide. Y'all agree? Yes, sir. He provide too. Everybody, a nurse ain't a sinner. Every ambulance driver ain't a sinner. Every undertaker ain't a sinner. And that folk need to keep their business open too. So Mr. Yahuwah, he Yukanan. He'll give him work. Even if he got to make it you. While y'all here on the top side, it's a good time to start considering your ways. Start considering your ways, start making some changes. We get ready to leave him, folks. You better start looking. Work from the inside out. Work from the inside. I know people want to go and clean up that outside. Let's do something different. Work from the inside out. That's why our problem is inside out. You can put something, you can mask something. People say at home, you know, they tell them, man, you throw some paint on this thing, man, and man, you can sell it. They won't even see the rotten wood. A lot of stuff will be missed what's on the inside, the interior, because they done got sold on the outside. Work from the inside out. That's what I tell every one of y'all. That's our new slogan. Work from the inside out. Y'all got it? So when folks see it, they might see a couple of cracks in it, they can tell, but it's stern. Ain't that right? It's solid. Ain't that right? You know what I'm saying? You can tell it got character. Ain't that right? Or you just go and just throw all that junk and mash that outside, folk get inside and say, look at this, some bull blank here. Folks done saying throw all that junk out there and look at this inside. Work from the inside out. Y'all got it? Y'all ain't got to raise your hand. Don't even do it. How many of y'all really feel good about yourself? Don't even raise your hand because you'll leave too many other folks out there. How many of y'all feel good about who you are as a person? That's your answer right there. You have to raise your hand. You know the answer. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got opportunity to do. That's what we come to. We're going to get him. We're going to drop that board, these screen down. We're going to talk a little bit. Because my goal is I want us to be right. Y'all got it? Y'all say I put them words down and put them to the side. Y'all see how nice that was, make the opportunity. I had a member call me, and the member told me what they really wanted to try to do. They did. It was touching. They told me what they wanted to do. And I looked at I told them what I was going to do my part to make sure I help it get done. So I decided to put some things aside because I don't want nothing to block or interfere. When my sheep hurt and my sheep want something, I hear you. He hear you. I want to make sure I give my undivided attention to you, your need, and your concern to make sure you get it. Because what other tube shepherd wouldn't do it? Every one of them would do the same thing. So I teach that and want to be an example of you to realize sometimes you could be doing something. It might not be kata, sin, but it could come out and not profitable for you right now. What's more profitable for me is that every one of these members in here get this thing right. So I can put some aside. I can stop doing something for the sake of making sure that every member get the undivided attention they need and make sure you get the assistance. I ain't talking about just monetarily. I want you to get what you need for your soul. I know there are people in here that's struggling and wondering if they're going to make it, and they keep going because they trust in me they're going to make it, but inside they feel like they're not going to make it. And I'm going to work to do whatever I can to make sure you get it. The only way you will not get it will be because you don't want it. It will not be because there's not the care, there's not the concern, it's not the willingness, and the time ain't being put in to do it. Now, I want you to know that Mr. Yahuwah he's declared that. That's his declaration. If any man come to him, he in no wise are turning back. I know that because I came. And he needs somebody who's been a witness to know how people feel when you sat there and you feel like you just defeated. It don't matter what message you hear. You feel like it's to everybody but you. And Mr. Yahuwah let you know that is the further from the truth. He hear you. He know your concern. He know your needs. He know about your welfare. And he hears you. Now you got to be willing to listen now. If you don't get in, you just make sure you know. It will be because you will not do. It is because you don't want. It will not be because Mr. Yahuwah will not deliver. So he'll stop things just so people will see. I hear you cry. I know what you need. You haven't been forsaken. You haven't been forgotten. I palaver for y'all day and night. Whether you sleep or you forget or you miss noon palaver, whatever, I'm always palavering for y'all. The out-of-towners who feel like they're not seen and feel like they by themselves and all alone, and they feel like they out there, out on an island by themselves, and they need the tranquility and the closeness and the unifying with us. But Mr. Yahuwah need a light. A lot of times we get worried about ourselves and what we want, what we feel like we need. You ain't gonna believe it. Somebody else need it too. Y'all guys are out of town, they got access. They don't have to email me. They got access. Y'all know how many people would kill to have the access y'all guys get and the time you guys get? There's a lot of people out here, they desire it. But for whatever reason, Mr. Yahuwah see fit, he can't hear them. But he saw fit and he see fit to hear you. Now you got to ask yourself, have you been as concerned about hearing him? No. Just go ahead and admit it. No, I have not. I just been wanting to be heard. I've been wanting things for myself, and I have not obeyed. Hello? Yes, Yahusha told him. He said, they have not all obeyed. He asked, who has believed our report? And whom has the arm of Elohim been revealed? So we have to come back and do some examination. I talk about a lot of stuff because I want y'all guys to learn life. What I'm going to give you and what we're going to talk about, you're going to need to live by this. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I can give you a whole bunch of this, and you don't know about that, you're going to mess this up when you get out there. Because you're going to need to recognize. There's a lot of trap. The way you're looking for things, it don't come the way you're looking for it. You're going to hear certain things in a format, and you're going to see it in a story, and the situation is going to come up. It's going to be very similar, but you're going to miss it because you didn't see Daniel, quote unquote, they call it in the lion den. But you're going to come across a similar situation. You're going to come across a situation where he's going to need to leave you there, and your confidence is going to still be in him. Can you imagine laying right there with danger? With Ari, you're right there with them. They'll come along and make a cute little picture now. Daniel made a pillow out there, Ari, and slept on their belly. Never read it before. That man's confidence was in Elohim more than his fear with what Ari could do to him. And you know what he didn't have there? Dave, the strength of Shamshun. See, sometimes Mr. Yahuwah will put us in places you won't be able to deliver yourself. He'll tell you, wait on me. Wait on me. Wait on me. It's good when you're able to do things to get yourself out of things. But sometimes he needs you to learn how to wait on him. I need you to lay right there and stand there and say, first, come get me. I need to go right now. Get me out. I can't take another moment. Just wait on me. He needs people with that type of confidence. He saw what people did with the strength of Shamshon. You'll still screw it up. He needs people. I won't give you the strength to do that, but guess what I do? I give you the strength to endure it. And I tell you that's a better strength than what Shamshon had. If I can weather it, if I can make it through and I can hold on, you tell me it ain't better than the strength of Shamshon? Guess what he's praying for? I want to be strong like Shamshon. I want to let my hair grow down to my back, and the longer my hair get, the stronger I get. How long they told her Daniel all hair was? When did we ever read how strong he was? But we did hear about what an excellent ruach he had. Huh? We were told that there was a preference for him more than anybody else because he found an excellent ruach in him. Say it was preferred, but out of all these three presidents said Daniel would prefer it first. Isn't that right? This is the type of person he looking for the judge. I know we do stuff to work out and do all that, but what good at that if I can't work out my own salvation? Throw that on there, squat 900 pounds. What about my salvation? I ain't got that, but you squat 900 pounds. You lift 1,500. You don't know how to work out. You run 4 miles, flat, straight, and you learn how to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's what we're here for. At the end of the day, I tell you, like I said, I talk about a lot of life stuff because you're going to run across people, you're going to run across things and situations, and everything I'm telling y'all, you want to appreciate it till I'm gone. A lot of stuff y'all not going to appreciate it till I'm gone. Later on, y'all will see. You're going through now, and a lot of stuff, you don't have to keep making the same errors and bad decision. If you stop it now, as time goes, the further you'll get away from that person. I wasn't always the person I was. I got away from that person I used to be. I got away from that person. I looked in the mirror just to get what I needed to go. I never looked in the mirror to really look at myself for who I was. I looked in the mirror to make sure, some wasn't wrinkled, some was buttoned right, but I never checked the inside. I was just trying to work on the exterior. Because somebody would have got on the interior and saw what I had, they'd have said, boy, you are a flat mess. This stuff a wreck. You just throw this junk on here, man, you a wreck on the inside. And I didn't want people to see it, so I just sold the outside. I sold outside by what I drove. Sold about what I wore. I sold about what I drank. I sold about what I smoked. People didn't know what I was a wreck on the inside. And I know how it is, and I know what you can do. You can mask stuff so long that you don't even realize you're masking it. You'll go tell a woman about her makeup and really she got a problem. She been wearing it so long. What makeup? What's wrong with it? That's what she been doing ever since she was a little girl. And she learned how to hide. Years ago, when women wear makeup, you go to the house, they run, whoo, I had to put my face on. They used to say that years ago. I got to go put my face. You ever hear them say before? They used to say, I got to put my face on. You said, what that thing is you had on right now? I don't want you to see that. Because you see that, you might see deeper. So I cover it up, and when you see that pretty face, you'll assume everything else all right on the inside. You'll grab it and even want to marry it. And later on, it'll come along, you realize you just married you a whole life of destruction. That's why I got to get into the truth. Huh? I won't get ready to get. I hear y'all up there a long time standing. Got to get ready to move forward. Y'all don't mind me. I just kill time like that when I ain't got nothing to talk about. Appreciate it. Romans 15:4, y'all know that. How much time I got? I got long. Let's how this work out. How about that? So for those watching in, we're looking at the Word program. With the Dewey Rim, which is one version of the Latin translated into English. King James translated from who knows where. I really think it was the Great Bible. I think I used to quote that too. Boss, used to quote that it come from the Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. I used to say that stuff years ago. But some research I did back years ago, I read, it was years ago, that they actually translated from the Great Bible. It wasn't actually, people tell you, they'll tell you that the King James is interpreted from the Hebrew, Latin, and Greek, which is a complete lie. Is that true, Boston? But people don't know that. Because how many of y'all heard that too? The King, it's not. It was actually translated from the Great Bible. I taught y'all that. Y'all can look it up and research. They always change information. They actually approached King James like he used to tell us like King James wrote it, which he didn't. Back at the time, the only way you could translate or you could even copy it came by permission of a ruler. Only two ways that they believe like the word could be validated is by what they quote unquote call the people of God. Is how you validate it. So it's based off of a decision. Like what's accepted is based off the people of God, quote unquote, accepting it, saying it is. That's how they try to say that's what they look at, which they're going to use Christians. That's going to hurt you. So their end was to try to secure the position of the Catholic Church. So when you understand why people did, they say, well, why we even use it? Because you need to know what your enemy doing. See, the people that you're going to wind up getting yourself, that you're going to be in converse and you're going to be, entangled against about the amount, is going to be people that have been sold a lie. And the more you know, the more proficient you become in defending your position, or the more comfortable you become. When somebody tell you, see, while you talking to King James, that's translation from the Greek and the Hebrew. Now, since you had known, you then checked it out, you really can't indulge in that conversation because they might be right. But they're not right. No need to feel. They're not right. But it sounds good. A lot of stuff, what people do is what they basically repeat. People just basically recite and repeat. They don't actually look to get understanding when they do things like that. For us, our goal is to get understanding. And when you get an understanding, you can't limit yourself to change. Because as we go through and we look, this whole thing is about change. So when do you stop changing? When you stop changing? I mean, you living from the time that you came out from the time of conception. When did you stop changing? So why do you stop changing your information? Why do you stop changing in your information? I mean, you got to ask yourself, why do you stop? You still living. As long as you live, you keep changing. Hair color change, how texture change, how much hair you got, how many teeth you got, how light, how dim, how farsighted you see, how nearsighted you become or less. Everything about you continue to evolve, change. That's what happened in life. Things change. Something passes away and something comes on. I said that the Aratz has never been without being inhabited except for when it was first established. From that time, it's been a constant, been changed. In California, they had over 55,000 acres burned a couple of weeks ago. Which y'all figure 55,000 in 1 acre now? How many y'all figure now? Easy, way over 60. When you got a fire burning at 55,000 acres, it's consuming, it's moving rapidly. I'm talking about it's moving. It's no stopping, it's going. Mr. Who is intending something, he's not gonna stop it. And it's time, he's given just enough space, enough time for us to get right. Y'all saw that bow in the cloud? I know, I think Valerie sent it. I had already took a picture of Taylor Lee behind me. Somebody, Chanel sent it. Well, that's when I had condemned going to the store. That's the saying. Yeah, well, yeah, she was in the middle of condemn. Now, you all right, Judge? You talked to her about it? You beat your wife? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. But in that, you know what, for us that know, that was him confirming his word, that he wasn't going to destroy it with water. If you took it for something else, then that's what you took it for. He was only letting you know that fire burning, it will burn. Amazing, he put it down. And I know people took it and people took off with quote unquote hope. I tell you, I'd be encouraged in keeping his word. He is. He was letting us know. I assure you, I'm not going to destroy this thing with water. That is my beret with every living creature. I assured them. All these people talking, man, rain, the world finna end. I assure you, it's not finna end by water. He has given us his word. Y'all got me? That he will not do it. Y'all got it? So that's the thing everybody need to try to sit down. You need to consider. All right? All right, let's look at this right here. Romans 15:4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatah before.
Whatever was written.
Nikatah for our lamed.
To teach us, to show us, to instruct us. So we'll know.
That we through endurance.
That's right. Going through without giving way, not quitting. That's the whole goal, not to quit. But, you know, the truth of the matter be told, you don't have to raise your hand. A lot of you have quit a long time ago. That's what happens. When you do something for a period of time, you don't feel like you're getting the resolve that you look for. I mean, it's human nature in a sense. Why keep doing it? So it's important that when you get people with that, with that abstract, let's use that as an abstract. Who remember hands what an abstract is? Tell me what an abstract is, Pastor. Exactly. It's not real. That's the type you take it. You don't take the word for literally what it is. You take it as an abstract. And because you don't take it as real, why would you really live by it? Y'all understand what they're talking about, living by the word? You know, people think that means, this is what I do. This is how stupid they get. Who know what I'm doing? I'm waiting for the next word to tell me to move. It's going to be a complete idiot. The word is already directed how we're supposed to live. So at this point, I can go. Just like when he put Adam in the garden. So Adam just stood there till he told her. He gave, first, I've already set your boundaries. That's the word. These are your liberties, okay? You have no liberty with this. There's no freedom with this. This is your captivity. This is your death. This is your demise. Now you can go. I can live based off of I know what my liberties are. And I know what captures me. Y'all, what holds me. Y'all got me? What'll keep me from enjoying the liberties. What'll cut me off from the liberties. That's how man live by every word. Some idiots sit around waiting on a word before they get up and move. But I mean, it's all because of misinformation. And in all honesty, it's because that's where he need them at right now. Somebody come and show him and teach it. Only reason you know different because he give us that. None of us, at the end of the day, none of us know anything that we know of ourselves. These are the things that's the thing that's scary with them. Who choose who hear this? Who choose who hear this? All these people in the world, smarter than us, faster than us, cuter than us, smaller than us, healthier than us. Who chose us? Who chose us to be candidate to come in and indulge in and get us this close to it and watch it evolve to change? To getting an understanding, realizing when he gives you understand, to get you to understand, you also come into knowing, I really knew nothing.
Yeah.
I really knew, and that's the scary part. To realize, you know, you even think about with the when they all sat down with Yahusha now, and they broke bread, and he said their womb was open, and they knew him. So you had to think about, hold on for a minute. This whole time we've been going, we've been just talking, and we said, do you know I didn't even know this? You can imagine the excitement realizing that's scary. It was right here, and I missed it until he saw fit to say, see it. Man, we were rolling. I used to preach. I'd make 3 tapes. Sometimes I make 2, 3. Put another tape in it. I make 3 tapes. I just make them. Because I'm making tapes. I'm running through. It's not a lot of time to clarify. Then you just hit it. You hit enough to me. I really thought I was teaching. I really did. Till you come back and realize you were skimming over so much stuff, you had no idea what you were doing. You was a detriment to yourself, and it's only because he allowed you to know that. It's only because he give you that. So then you have to ask yourself, what does it take for a person to have on the inside that he'll say, I'll let you listen? I'm going to show you something. What is it that you have to have on the inside that none of us know? But he saw fit to say, I'm going to let you in on a little something. I'm going to let you in on something everybody else is going to miss. That's the part that scares me with him. The fact that he picked and determined to say, I'm going to let you know something that very few people even know. And if they knew it, I'll save them. And he's giving us that opportunity. We'll let them know, I'm setting you up for salvation. I'm setting you up to obtain salvation because we thought you get it. Then you start learning, you start growing, you start getting knowledge. No, you will get that knowledge before. Because once you get it, you have to know how to continue to keep it. Y'all got it? Otherwise, you'll lose it. Hello? When a man takes water and put it in a bottle, what do he do? Just put it in a bottle? Why? That's right. And guess what? He's going to make sure he put it in something that can hold it. He even told you, no man put new wine in an old bottle. Because at that time, when people tell that, and what messes up, they use terminology like bottles. People don't realize these folks take glass, recycle it through, and run it through. So that's not the same premise. In the time they were using, they were putting in skins. So skin has a way of breaking down. Y'all got it. You have a liquid and it'll break it down. So that's why you wouldn't put it in an old bag. It could burst. So if you're going to get wine, if it's wine you just made, you're going to put it in a fresh skin. But you just tell y'all that. Now, how much more sense that make versus in the bottle? You think that these people are putting this liquor and this wine in a new bottle? These bottles are being recycled, a lot of them. So you can't use that, but skins couldn't be. Because showing you when the skin works, you can't do it. It's going to burst. It can't hold the wine. He told you new wine needs to go in a new skin. That's why we got to change. That's why it was so important for us to understand about transforming. Y'all got it? And transform. I'm not going to give you new skin, but the operation will become new. You got it? If I gave it to you in the status of where you are now, you'll surely lose it. You couldn't contain it. That's what he said. Old skin can't keep it. It's going to start a leakage. It's going to run out. You're going to lose. So that's why it's important for us to be changed and be converted. You got it? So you'll be able to uphold, and you can not only just obtain, you won't be able to keep it. You can obtain. I could throw you a bottle. You could drop it. That many big throws were gone and go, oh, and he dropped it. Dog it. He said that's why you know how it has to be done. I got to put it in something that not only can obtain it, you got to be able to hold it. Y'all got it? You got to be able to keep it. Y'all hear him? Y'all got it? All right. So look at him. All right. So we understand it, written and learning, taught, shown, directed. Go ahead.
And Nakum.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Consolate or the consolers.
Of the Ketubim.
Of the writer.
Might have Tikva or Yakal.
See that? That's what he said. Might have an expected weight, right? Let's look at the 17th chapter right quick of the book of Yukonon. For whatever reason, it come to my mind. See, it's 17 for Yukonon. So I ain't got long. And that's on me. It ain't on y'all. That's on me. Now, somebody might have a problem about what I said to y'all earlier, but I don't really waste my time on that. I'm just a person that's honest and truthful. I got high expectation for y'all. So when you got high expectation for people, you don't allow them to do less than what their ability is. Oh, they just don't know it. They'll think, he criticizing, I only criticize because I know you could do better. You don't have the ability, I won't waste my time. That would be dumb on me. Okay? So if I criticize, I'm going to criticize her because I'm trying to get you the correction so you can do right. Listen.
I have given them.
I'm sorry, hold on, Lee. I apologize. They'll call it St. John, chapter 17, verse 14. This is what I would consider Yahuwah's, the Adon's Palau. They'll call it the Lord's Prayer. Isn't that right? This is Yahuwah Palauing, which he Palaued more than one time. The 12th chapter, let me see, 11th chapter, book of Yukonon. He taught them how to Palau. In the 9th chapter, I think it is the book of Matthew. So, but this is what we kind of look at here, his Palau. Listen what he said he did.
I have given them thy debar,
And tell them what happened.
and the Olam hath hated them,
Why?
because they are not of the Olam,
How?
even as I am not of the Olam.
Just like I'm not of the world, they're not of the world. So now let's look at this. The information we have about Yahusha, is it kind of something we came up with, or is it written? And why was it written? For our learning. And? Consolation. That's right. So he's telling this Palau he's doing, they have to consider some things. I've given them the same thing I've had. And now the alarm has hated them because they're not of the world, which is the alarm, even as I'm not of the alarm. What are you doing at this point, Yahusha?
I palau not that thou shouldest take them out of the
Allow
alarm.
for those, and we didn't realize when people say pray. Pray, man, you know, you close your eyes. They said, let us pray. We pray. It was saying we're asking for something. Palau is asking. Hello? Which is key for us. Hands, why? Good answer, Akeem. Why palau meaning ask? Why is that important to us? Hands? Good answer. Good answer. Great. Well, your Jacob told you best. You have not. So why should you be palauing? Because you're asking. That's the best way. You know, you want to say, I'm going to get some of them cookies. They said, oh, stop. Did you? Palau is important to us. You're asking. You got to tell him what you want. Yeah, I got you. Well, he taught them, they said, teach us how to ask. That makes a difference because the Shalakim told them, teach us how to tell him what he's going to do. Teach us how to ask him. They want results when they do this. Teach us, limit us on how to ask. He told them, recognize who he is and where he is. He's your Abba. What did he tell you about an Abba? Hands. There you go. Got my bishop back there. Now, hold on. Cookie hand went up like right fractions of seconds behind you. Who said this? You answering or you going to pass? Okay, well, hold on for a minute. Hold on. You heard what he said? Who heard what I asked him? He said, yeah. He said, I'm going to answer it first, then I'll give it to him. You pass or you answering? Why you want to answer it? He said that's sick. Go ahead, Jahi. He going to pass it back to you. That's a good place to get in? That's not what I was looking for. You right, pass it. Man, pass the baton. Now that's book. No, go ahead. Exactly right. He told him about he said he told him about them being Rosha Abba, which were evil fathers. He said which of you, if your being asked you a fish, you'll give him a nakash. He's saying you being Rosha Abba, and you wouldn't do it. Your Shamaim Abba, which is your, the one in the expansion of the Abba, he said he would do even more. So it was important to know how to ask, because if you asked your father something, and your father, even to the same degree, in no wise, he said, wouldn't he do more? So it's important to know when you are palau and you ain't just, palau, that's what we be doing. What is we be doing? Most of y'all ain't know what you were asking. That's why we palau, we asking. We're asking him to do this. If he said, I have not because I ask not, what do I need to do? Ask. How many folks they tell this I'm finna give me? So they say, oh, stop, you ain't getting nothing. What you need to do? Ask. How many say, well, I don't want none? Now you say, oh, my ass, because I still want it. But they ain't got their mind with the word. Mine different. Forget it. Forget it. It's just a proper way that it should be done. That's what we learning. The proper way. Okay. So here we go. I ask not. He ain't gonna tell it. And you better not touch him. What kind of food is that? No. I'm asking you not. I ask not that thou shouldest
take them out of the alarm,
but
that thou shouldest keep them from the Rosha.
That's how we get results. It's kind of like working out. Little things you do trigger muscle growth. Little things you do just prolong time. It just give you something to do. And a lot of things is learning the trick and the keys about them, how to do things. And I'm going to use that for an instant. A lot of people have been talking to him, and they hadn't learned we need to learn how to ask. 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 Learn how to ask. See, when we were young and we were kids, older people, they taught you how to do that. Taught you how to ask in order to get something done. Now, a lot of these were premises, so we learned how to get results from him. But we just jump up and tell him. He on the main line. I just saying, what you supposed to do? Tell him what you want. tight. Go ahead and tell your mom and say, look here, I'm finna get ready to go to the store. You finna die. Man, that's amazing. You know, parents, who you think you're talking to? And that, unfortunately, that's something we learning now. Cause I'm a person. I want results. I don't want to just be like I don't want to be one that beat at the air. I want to make sure I get results from this man. To get results is to understand, to know. And he's given us the ability now to be able to understand it, to be able to understand by giving us the understanding, the ability to know, to comprehend, to possess. That's our goal, okay? So he told me, I pray not that thou, which was I ask, I really tell him ask, with no palau, I want to always make sure we consider. I ask not that thou should take them out of the alarm, the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from Rosha. Let me ask y'all a question. Now he just asked for something, that he wouldn't take them out of the alarm, but that thou shouldest keep them from the Rosha. Lead them down. Let's look at how I see this, okay, in mind. Let's see something. See if that's Barashit chapter 2, 2 and 6. You think the same thing about it? It makes sense. It makes sense. Barashit 2 and 6. They'll call it Genesis 2 and 6. All right? Listen.
But there went up a mist from
On the
the
end
Aratz.
is the Greek, the Septuagint, is the Greek version, which is one I put a little more attention on. Latin in the middle, King James perversion on the end. All these people are perverts. Okay? You know, people call somebody a pervert. Why you call it your mind twisted? Isn't that right? That's what if you pervert something, that's what you do. It goes a different way. Can't use that now. Pervert to be a compliment now for people. Unfortunately, something was wrong with it because that's not the way that they generalized normal people think. That's not the way rational people operate. You virtually perverted in your thinking, in your operation. And that's what we want to make sure we're not with Elohim. Let's see. And what happened? But there rose
up a mist from the Aratz.
What do they call a fountain?
And Ma'im, the alarm, the whole pani of the Adumah.
So hold on for a mist, a spring, and a fountain. Fountain and spring go together, but a mist is making it sound like, you know what I'm saying, like a little. You know, rain hair like a little small, like a mist is so light, so easy, and it gives you a different perception of what they're actually saying. But he'll tell you a spring rolls up out, and then a fountain. These are roll up to being sent, which makes sense. They use in the 12, 13, 1, you had to get a Zechariah. He talked about it was going to be open, a fountain. He talked about a fountain was going to be open to the Beth of Yehuda, both for cleanliness. Ain't that right? That's what it's going to be. He said he's going to open up a fountain. So that's what you think about. So when Yahusha was stuck in his side, what y'all figure? A mist came out and poured out like a spring. See, when this is what you have to do, and I don't want y'all doing it, just doing your own. If you're going to look at something, always remember it's got to stay in context. Right? Because you think about everything's referring to him, just like a woman's womb. How many women when they're, well, no, don't raise your hand. I don't want to know. I don't want to know this, but I'm just saying. When I don't know what they call it, the Jenny come on. Someone said she on a Jenny. I still don't know why, but all of us said, yeah, she on a Jenny. I didn't know what Jenny was, and I didn't want to know. I just know something was down there leaking. There's a leak, you know. Anybody heard that they call it the Jenny? No, thank you. You heard that before? I know I heard it. Who else? I can tell you heard they call it Jenny. Monthly. I can tell you just heard that last week. Monthly. I ain't never heard monthly back then. But I'm saying, but I don't know. I remember a couple of them, they would call it the Jenny. They said, she on a Jenny. I said, I ain't questioning because you supposed to know. I said, yeah, on a Jenny. You know, yeah, on a Jenny. I didn't know what it was, but that's what this. I knew what they were talking about. Then someone said she on the rag. They just said that she on the rag. How many of y'all heard that one? Fine. Who I was getting worried. I got too many young folks in here. Yeah, but again, so you think about a woman, that's what you look at. When her time comes, it flows, similar to a spring or a fountain. Y'all got it. How many of y'all, well, please don't, I don't want to have a mist. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a mist. Isn't that right? It don't happen like that. I can't talk about a mist. Yeah. Yeah, when you throw and you don't hit it. You miss. That's it. Y'all like that? So that's what you count. So now you start looking. Remember, all these connotations are similar to the female and the male. Everything is feminine. The Aratz is feminine. It's effeminate. That's what I'm telling you. It's effeminate. Just got to look at everything. You got to put it in the Aratz. Just like a woman. You got to put it. The seed has to be in her in order to come out. Your stomach does the same thing the Aratz does. If you plant a seed, you put some in the ground. Before it come out of the ground, where you plant, it's going to rise up. You're going to see a lump right there. And then you're going to see it come out of it. The same way you're going to see her belly going to come out first. And then something going to protrude out of there. Right? Something's going to break through. That's it. Before it breaks through the ground, you're going to see it going to lift it up. And that's how you know it's getting ready to come. You can tell by that time that you know it's soon to come. Hell, just like a woman's stomach. You'll be seeing her, they say, won't be long. Somebody finna have that baby because it's giving away. You can see it's getting ready to break through. Okay? So you can see it makes sense that this happened. Guess why? Before a woman gives birth, you ain't going to believe it, her water has to break. See, they didn't realize why. That's how I know it couldn't have been no misbias. It don't make sense. Because it's referring back to things that we know. Before she has that baby, guess what's going to happen? Her water's going to break. That's why it makes sense that it was a fountain. That's why it makes sense that it referred to it as a spring and not a mist. Now, you look James up. James will give you some other words saying, oh, yeah, this cover fountain. How many people got time every time to look up a word to go back and look up what it means? They need to be more clear when you're telling it to them. So this is how they beat us out. So you can see why it makes sense. Let's see what happened. Listen.
And Yahuwah Elohim formed Adam of the dust of the Adamah.
Which we know is going to be from the dirt. So he took him right from it. You see a baby come out, they had to wipe him off. Ain't that right? They had this like color like white or something on, they had to wipe him off. When they get him, same thing got him, he took him from the mud. See, that's the same way. See, most people wouldn't look at it this way because you're not trained to look at it. While you just trained, then one day it was a mist in the air, a mist on the ground, and then out of the dust came the man. And you never looked at it. It's effeminate. Hello? That's it. See, a lot of stuff they don't know, and they don't know it because I had to teach it to them. See, like in conversation, a lot of stuff you miss. There's a lot of stuff you miss in conversation, but I'll come back and I'll teach it to you why. Why they had the conversation, why it makes sense, okay? Let's see what he told them. I'll show you. Listen. And so, listen, and Elohim formed the ish of the, which will be of the dirt, of the dust of the Aratz, which we know is going to be the dirt of the Aratz. Okay, and?
Breathe into his nostrils.
The what?
The breath of Kai.
Into his face, the breath of Kai, life. And for us to understand it, when a person fall out, they teach you CPR. You see what he did? He breathed upon his what?
Into his nostrils.
Well, see, when you said they tell him in his face, they tell you in his face. Now, they're going to tell you nostrils, that he revived him and blowed in his nostrils. But I'm going to take him at face value. Okay? How would you guys say that the 20th chapter of the book of Yuchanan? See if they're about 20 and 20. They call it John. Now I go back and teach you something. Let's see. Listen.
And when he had so said,
What did he do?
he shewed unto them his
wa-
hands
Uh-huh.
and his side.
Yeah.
Then were the Talmudim glad
Uh-huh.
when they saw the Adon.
Okay, my air been cut off. Go ahead.
Then said Yahushua to them again,
What?
Shalom be unto you.
Shalom be unto you? What happened?
As Abi has sent me,
What happened?
even so shalak I you.
So what happened?
And when he had said this,
Hold on for a minute. And when he did what?
and when he had said
When
this,
he had done what?
said this,
What he do?
he breathed on them
in their nostril.
and saith unto them,
Do what?
receive ye the Ruach HaKodesh.
So he took his mouth and put it over their nose. All he did, just breathe in their face. So, hold on for a minute. Man, you know good and well I heard you. Man, you could have lost a hip over him. I heard that thing, I said, man, that's a grown man poop. You all right? You don't need no hospitalization, do you? He looked around, he like, maybe they ain't here. Huh? Man, you been heard in 36 countries tonight. You know, he let that thing loose. He said, at least you still living. You feel better, don't you? You feel better. That's what I'm talking about. There ain't nothing wrong with it. And all right, I feel all right, not all right. So you see this? When he had said this, he breathed in their nostrils on them and said unto them, receive ye the Ruach HaKodesh. It was important for us to look at that and understand that. So, because it was something you should have listened to. Let's see what happened. Go back to that 17th chapter of the book of Yahusha since we're down. Y'all know how I got all that, right? I'm reading it with y'all. This 17th chapter of the book of Yahusha. Go back to 17 and probably about 7. Let's see what happened. Listen.
Now,
Go ahead.
now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee.
Hold on for a second now. Read that again.
Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee.
See that? And then what happened?
For I have given unto them the dabarim which thou gavest me,
See that? I gave it. That's what happened.
and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee.
Yeah.
And they have believed that thou didst send me.
What happened?
I asked for them, I pray, I applaud for them, I applaud not for the alarm, but for them which thou hast given me,
Why?
for they are thine,
What else?
and all mine are thine,
Hold on. They got to move up. 10.
and all mine are thine,
Uh-huh.
and thine are mine,
Uh-huh.
and I am kabod in them.
Listen.
And now I am no more in the alarm,
What happened?
but these are in the alarm,
And what happened?
and I come to thee,
Who?
Kodash Abba.
Do what?
Keep through thine own Shem those whom thou hast given me,
What?
that they may be one.
As?
We are one,
What
as we
happened?
are.
Come on.
While I was with them
What did you do?
in the alarm, I kept them in thy Shem.
Well, they don't use it over here. The last thing used in the world. In their alarm, because they already know where he was at. Go ahead.
Those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost,
Well, who?
but the bin of perdition,
Yes.
that the katab might be fulfilled.
That's right. You see that? All that was important for him, making sure the word fulfilled. So guess what he's doing right now? Who knows? Hands, 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 hands. Good answer. Go ahead, Hawk. No, I was just asking. I was asking. What was the answer? Yes, sir. Jessica got here. Go ahead, Jessica. On behalf of every honest Mexican that came over and got their stuff through immigration. Kept them from what? Where'd you get that from? He kept them from the evil. From right there ring. So that's the answer we all know. But I'll say this, he's living by the word. When he told you that man should live by every word they receive from the mouth of Elohim. That's what he tells you. While I was with them, I kept them in who? In thy Shem. Those whom thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost but the bin of that the katab So that's the only part he's trying to fulfill? Making sure he don't lose one? In fact, I had to keep him. Whose son was he? Who? Tell him. Say it louder, I can hear you. That's right. The louder you said it, the wrong it was. We're talking about Yahusha.
Ben Elohim.
What did you know about Daoud? And lost when? See how important it is for y'all to pay attention to know? Daoud told you that when something came to take him, I delivered him out. It was important for you to know that I lost none. Daoud didn't lose any. Jacob lost some. And he told you he lost some when he kept Laban's. He said, those that were torn, that were stolen, he said, I came back and I made up for those. He told you what he did. He said, I kept them. He said, that were torn and stolen. He said, I had to make up for that loss. But Daoud told you, I kept sheep. I ain't lose none of them. See how important it is? But at the same time, being able to show you he would have been a Daoud and still come along showing you I can still keep the Qatar. Because it was written about somebody, it was one that was going to fall. Hello? Okay. I'm just telling you, that's how important. I had to live by the word. Showing you you can keep it. Everything that happened systematically fell the way it was written. Wasn't it written? He told you why. It was written what had to be lost. I couldn't make the book wrong. And I'm still to being a Daoud. The one I lost was me completing the Qatar and him falling away. But the others, I lost none of them. That's what Daoud told you. I lost none of them. That's why I want to know whose son was he. Okay? Let's go back over to the book of Bereshit, chapter 2. Are y'all learning anything? Chapter 2, where we left off, verse 8? Where we left off at?
Still at 7.
7. Oh, okay. That's what we got. Let's see what he did. So let's look at 6 right quick. Look at this. But what happened?
There went up a mist from the Aratz, and Ma'im the
Let's
whole
stop for a
Pani.
second. Let's stop for a second. This is a problem right here. What happened here?
But there went up a mist from the
a
Aratz.
spring rose,
Out.
but there rose a fountain where?
Out.
Out of the Aratz. That's what Yahusha would have been representing. He's on the 2. The Aratz. The feminine. That's what they've been representing. And when it went, it rose up out of him. It came out of him. It did the same thing. It came out of him. That's how he begot us. I'm sorry, that's how he bare us. He begot us through the word. He bared us through his flesh. It's important for you to understand that reference, okay? Begot and he bared, okay? He carried us. That's what he was doing. He was delivering. That's what was going on here. The Aratz was delivering, okay? And when they delivered, you see what happened? The water broke. Okay. When Yahusha was up on the 2, his water broke.
Yeah.
Even the book told you, let me tell you what happened. So nobody paid attention to why they put him on the 2 and put him up to the Aratz, up to the Shemash. You know what happened to dead people when they slept in the sun? They swell. He had to look the part too. There's a purpose why you put him there. Wow. The man belly had to swell. It had to happen. That don't make sense. No belly swell and then just pop out. Don't make no sense. He's going to have to swear. That was the purpose of putting him up there. That heat was going to do it to him. Hello? Okay. So let's pay attention to the parallel. Okay? So, and when they pierced him in his side, what happened out? A mist came out. We already knew a fountain because we were told a fountain was going to open, that a spring was going to come out. Okay. Let's see what happened. And this is what they did. And this is what they did. It maimed the who?
Whole Pani of the Adamah.
That's what we're looking at what Yahusha did for us. Huh? It covered the whole ground. That's how we know he could do it. We talk about how his blood covered all our sins. And people don't understand what premise you're following. Where did you get it from? The Aratz produced enough ma'in to cover the whole face of it. That's how we knew he had the ability to save us. All of us. People talk about all the time how his blood covered us.
Yep.
So what are you basing this off of? A gut feeling? You see what it did? That what came out of Aratz covered the whole face of it. It wasn't a dry place nowhere. It covered it all. Hello? They'll sing songs about what he did. I can read a book and tell you about it. All right, let's see what else happened.
And Yahuwah Elohim formed each of the dust of the Adamah and breathed into his nostrils the breath of Cain.
What was that? Let's go ahead and say what it said. He breathed on their face. Look what they told you. Look what they let down. And the Yahuwah Elohim formed each of the, that'd be the teeth. Well, I'm sorry, not the teeth, but the mud. Yeah, coming the teeth too, the mud, the clay. See that? That's what he did. That's what he did. Took, like I said, get it out the mud. He got him out the mud. All right? Let's see what happened. And he breathed upon his face the, what was it?
Breath of Cain.
So all he gave him, you ain't gonna believe what he did. All he did was gave him the word.
Yeah.
That's all he gave him was the word. That's why he was able to tell you that man was supposed to live by it. See, I told you before, put your hand in front of your mouth. Say, today, I feel good. Woe is me. What is that coming out? Words. It was in his word. Okay, let's go with what he said. He told the man's supposed to live by every word. Why are you breathing on him? Why don't you just keep blowing on every couple of seconds? It's the word. He spoke the word to keep us alive. It is. You had to understand like that. In your speaking, you can feel it. That's actually a life that you're blowing out. Keep blowing too much and see what you give out and get lightheaded and faint because you're pushing life out. So does he. He put life out here for man. We had to understand what he did. He put life. What words he gave him, he told him, he breathed on him, he was giving them the words to live. He told you, what did he say? I gave them my breath. I have given them what? I gave them the word. They had to believe it though. Their believing it was in them living it. The reason why you don't get results because you don't believe it. They had to believe it. He told you, and they have believed that I come out from you. They believed that. That was the biggest argument with people. It didn't make sense that he came out from him. But he assured them, I came out from the Father. Hello?
Yes, sir.
The same way, who would have understood it? Who he wouldn't have had no problem explaining it to? Y'all had to guess me a person. Hands, hands, hands. There you go. Who? Listen to him. Who you gonna say? He said he gonna say the same thing. So you was not wrong. Both of y'all was wrong. Go ahead. I ain't want him to think by himself. Ain't that right? Huh? Who? Who? Louis? Tell him why Louis. So you saying the man inside the groin sack? Well, Adam would have understood it. He was in the gun. See, if you look, if you watch an apple tree, you'll never see it shoot a seed out in the ground. Its seed is in itself. But you'll see the product of what was in it come on the outside. That's why he could tell you I was in the Father. That's why he could tell you that. Have you ever you know what you can't do? You cannot cut an apple tree down, split it and open it up and find the seed in it. Because its seed is in itself. There are no seeds on the inside of it. But it came out from it. And that's what he tried to get you to understand when he told you I came out from the Father. Go figure. It was hard to believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to believe what he was trying to tell them. Hello? Okay, I'm trying to, does it make sense to y'all? Orange tree. You cut an orange tree open, I'm talking about you gut it, straight up the middle, fast as you can. You're not going to find no orange seeds inside that tree. You're going to find wood. That's all you're going to find, wood. That's it. But its seed is in itself. It can produce it of itself. He was trying to get y'all to understand, that's how I did the son. He came out from me. But if you didn't understand nature, you were confused. That's what, it didn't make sense. What he was saying made absolutely no sense. How you come out from the Father? The same way that an apple come out from an apple tree. You can't understand it, can you? And that's as much he can give you when it came down to his existence. I had to tell you about something else you couldn't understand. So when you eat an apple, what you say? I don't believe it came from that tree. You believe it. They ask you, so where you get an apple from? From that tree right there. Now you take that tree and cut that tree up and split that tree open, you will never find it. But it came out from it. Isn't that right? That's what I get to understand. As much you didn't know about him and how the Abba operate, I came out from him. Huh? I was in the Abba. Hello? Hello? Okay. Okay. He talk about the Abba being in him. Now you can take that seed and you can take it and you can plant it and you can produce another one. So you see how they can still work. I was in the Abba and the Abba was in me. Because that seed is inside now. That seed is inside that apple. Hello? And you can take that seed out of that apple, you can grow it, and you can produce another one. Hello? Now, where did that seed come from that's in that apple? It came from the Father. Hold on for a minute. Where did that seed come from? These things that we look at in nature and how things work, there are things unbeknown to our logic. Science try to get it and try to formulate it, explain it to us. That's why he told us oppose it. Oppose it. There's just some things not to your knowledge, but he told us enough of what we needed to know to understand that the probability is there. Sometimes you deal in math and you start dealing probabilities based upon enough evidence. We have enough evidence to conclude that he came out from the Abba. Y'all got it? Okay. And that the Abba was in him. Because what's inside that apple when it grows is the seed. And that seed came out from the Father. Is this true? So he told you that I was in the Abba and the Abba was in me. So that's why it's important you got to understand how nature works, to understand their correlation and how they work, at least to get an idea. See, this is why he has a problem with people that's unaccepted of the things he's telling you, because you don't have a problem. Nobody ever questions this tree. Nobody ought to go bust this tree and cut a hole in it and try to figure out how to, what he sees, I'm trying to get me a bunch of them out of it. You take it for what it is and keep moving. How many of y'all done seen apple trees? How many of y'all went and just walk around and get examined, check that tree, start filling all up that tree? What do he sees at in him? Grabbing it down at the bottom. Rubbing around the back of it, trying to figure out where these seeds at. Because you know what's funny? The folks got a big problem with this man though. They accept these trees and what they can't find a seed in them. They cut them down and burn it, and not one seed in it. And nobody said, this lime tree, I can't find no seeds. It's still an apple tree, it's still an orange tree. There's some things you don't know about Elohim, but he produces every time. And yet we sit and we doubt him. That's why you're going to have no problem in the mosh pot. Hey, sure, we hypocrite. You choose to believe what you want to believe. There's a lot of stuff you don't understand, but you accept it. You accept it all the time. Hello? Okay. Hey, man, they'll do a whole lot of stuff these people can't understand. Look at Una. Don't make sense. His whole story just sounds completely just fabricated. Man sat around here, how in the world he lived in the belly of a fish, in the ocean, and don't drown? And a baby live in the belly of a woman full of water and don't drown. And you think I'm stupid enough to believe that Una was in the belly of the well and he ain't drowned? Nigga, please. Baby come out good and wet. And then been in the belly, Una was only there 3 days, Dave. My baby was there for 10 months. Man, I don't believe in them books man wrote. You know Shakespeare wrote the Bible. Who wrote that baby book? He just give you enough to show you how stupid you are. You choose to believe what you want. How that baby existed in that belly for 10 months with water? Nobody have no problem with it, do they? And soon as that water break and come out there, baby coming right out behind it. So did Adam. And so did they. Listen. So when he breathed upon him, later we learned that this breathing was in contrast with the word. Because just like when a person gives mouth to mouth, what they call CPR, they give life to a person. He gave life to him. Then we understood it from his word being life. Because he set up all the parameters for living. By giving you your liberties and giving you things that you're not privy to. Hello? So this helped in a lot of sense. When Adam was given all his premises in the garden of what he could do and he couldn't do, what you could do is life. What you can't do is moot. You were given the same thing when we set up the Mashkan. What the Rosh Kohan could do. His liberties. And what could kill you dead. Like going in behind him. Hello? That's amazing. So, Pastor, let me ask a question. You mind me? You talk for a quick second? Okay, so hypothetically, let's say I'm not the Rosh Kohan. There's a Rosh Kohan. And the Rosh Kohan decides he's going to go into the inner sanction. I go in behind him. What happens? It's down. So what should I do, y'all? What should I do? Don't go in. Don't go in. Tell me why. I'm going to die. Not at liberty, die. I don't want to die. Die. I'm going to die. How many agree I'm going to die? Go in. You ain't going to believe it, Boston. I want to be with Yahuwah. Where he at? He in the inner sanction. Wonder what I'm going to have to do. That's why you got to die to get in. That's not where you get an inner sanction. How's they going to understand it? But like they just said, if they were me, I wouldn't go in because you'll die. That was the only way you're going to get in. You ain't going to believe it. A lot of people never went in because they weren't trying to die. See, now, guess what happened now? You ain't going to believe it. Guess what y'all want to do? Wow. Y'all want to be with Yahuwah? Man, that's crazy. So y'all ready to die? Now, he used that as a deterrent to keep people away. He used it as a deterrent. That made people stay away. Once you said, why you don't want to go there? I ain't trying to die. And you know they proved. They was exactly right. I'm not trying to be with him, not at the cost of my life. So that, you ain't gonna believe it. Now he done being crafty, he done caught us. Look at all us dummies in here, willing to die to go and be in there. He set Adam up to go eat some and keep him away from an ox. Now all us come and we eat it. He told you what was going to happen when you did it. Lest you move. Told you about it, told you about the punishment, and used it now to make you come and get it. You know what I'm saying? Would have been me. I tell you what, I wouldn't have ate it. I know it. You weren't curious. But she had a desire to be like him. Even if it cost her her life. See, guess what he learned? But you know what he showed us, Master? We the biggest dummies you ever seen. When I say you dummies, we dummies. First of all, I told you not to do something so you could live. You were too stupid. And you went and done it anyway and caused yourself death. And now I told you to come and taste and see. And now you won't even come and do it. That's why I told you, you like children sitting in the marketplace. He said, I can't figure you out. When I told you don't touch it, you just ran in there, wide slap open. No regard. Now I told you to come and eat, the table set. And now you got excuses. Now you can't make it. You can't do it. You got questions. How you know it ain't a trap? When there's something set up for your fall, you have no problem running in it. When there's something set up for your benefit. So guess what he had to do? That's why I preach on being smart. Tell them what he had to do, Canada. I couldn't hear you, that's why I am. How about save you from your fall? Now, Cooker sang a song saying he don't want to fall. Our fall helped us. I ain't the song, please don't, the Zamar is not wrong. I understand what you're saying, but it was by our fall that other people got in. Just think now how it works. What he's saying is true. I don't want to fall and mess up, but do y'all know it was from our fall that how he saved us? The fall is what got everybody in. That fall is what got us. Only Mr. Yahusha could set that up like that. Who could take something that should have worked to our demise and made it our benefit? You know, folks look at it, man, you know what, man? You want me to fall so you can come up. Yep. Exactly right. Our fall unleashed liberty to other people. They get an opportunity to get in. Why y'all think so many go in work together to keep us hid our might from us? How y'all think all these people done benefited? Don't y'all know none of these people could be a GUI if it wasn't for our fall? But guess what's happening now, Chris? He's bringing us back to recovery. And they know what happened with our recovery. You're going to lose. That was the same way they did with your code. Laban tricked them for 20 years. 20 years he benefited. 20 years he prospered through his slavery, through his bondage. That man said, I couldn't sleep at night, I was freezing. He said, at daytime I was burning up. He said, had it not been for Yahuwah, you'd have let me left here empty. He said, you'd have let me left here empty. Guess what we got? We left for slavery. Our fall. That's how these people have benefited. But now he's bringing us back to recovery. We're getting back to recovery. Huh? We're getting to be like Shamshun told them. I'm going to go out just like I did at other time, and I'm going to shake myself. And they know what they have when we shake ourselves. I'm coming back in for the slaughter. Oh, it's happening. See, he's slowing us down enough for us to understand how that primitive work. When he told us, I declared the end at the beginning. People just weren't paying attention. This was actually a story about the end. All right, don't worry about it. Let's finish see what he did. Elohim formed the east out of the ground of the alarm of the Aratz, and he breathed upon his face the breath of Kai, and the east became Kai Nephash. That's what he did. Let's see what happened. Verse 8.
And Yahuwah Elohim.
Hold on. Mm-hmm.
And Yahuwah Elohim planted
what? Where?
a gun.
Where?
Kadim.
Yeah, in the east.
In Adon.
In Adon. He used the E, Adon. So the Greeks have a problem with us, and their vowel point system is showing an E. So they're saying that the olive actually makes an E sound and not what we've been saying, the A sound. That's why they spell it as Edom. And that's why he has Eden. They just put paradise. You read the New Testament, that's what they use, like they call it paradise. So the Latin. So many people play with us. So we got people using vowel points on us. Their vowel point is telling us that the A that we use, the olive, actually makes an E sound. Hello? It's important for you to just pay attention to your people. These people capture you. So these people captured you. They looked and said, when I took your language and I copied it out, I know what you were saying, I know what you put, but I'm telling you the sound it makes is actually this. Now, this is my writing. In my language, if you were speaking mine, you would have to use this based the way you enunciating it. That's how they use codes. We just didn't know it. We just think it's a simple misspelling, or how I would do it, just look at them and say, he cried trying to trip us up. No, they're actually looking and saying, our code system or what we use, our chart, the way you enunciate it, I don't have that. I have this. And that's the sound you're making. You're actually making an E sound when you enunciate it. It's just important to know when these people take your stuff that they're going with, I'm listening to your dialect. And your dialect, when you're speaking it, this is actually the letter that you're actually sounding. Because certain letters produce different sound determined by certain letters is by. Hello? These people have a whole, listen, we've been told, first of all, that you need to know your alphabets, correct? Which didn't make sense because you didn't learn Greek. You were learning your ABCs, and you find a Latin product of their writing. So you have so much mixed up stuff in your writing, it's ridiculous. Because a lot of the stuff you're doing don't make sense. Hello? Okay. That's just me. Just got to watch your enemy. Because these people have played us. It's just stuff we don't know. It's stuff we hadn't known. Nobody took time out to tell us that. Man, them crackers, there they go playing again. These crackers are saying, no, when you enunciate it, this is the sound they make. But I'll let you go ahead and stick your A up there, and you could do that. But I'm telling you, it makes a different sound when you enunciate it. Some of the stuff that I fought, other people will fight. Their problem will become, as they're writing, and they go through and they read, and they'll go and they'll want to read the ancient, they'll want to read which they ain't going to find a whole lot of ancient writings. They go back and they start to try to read. The problem becomes they run across the same word too many times. There's no way that same word means the same thing every time you look at it. It means something different in different places when it's written. Agree or disagree about it? But they argue, what they're in is, it's the same word. It's got to mean the same thing every time. It doesn't. There's some people got to come to grips with. So in some way encoding it, although you're using the same lettering, it's actually something different. And nobody told us that. And we fought a lot of things because, when you've been lied to as many times we had a Negro, so much stuff been falsified, you've been hated, it's normal to fight everything. I'm not criticizing. We do what we do because you've been pushed in a corner where, why would I believe you? Y'all got it? And now it's worked to an end. It hurts us when it comes down to us recognizing the truth. Y'all got it? So while we had to take our time, because our real goal, all we want is the truth at that point. I ain't worried about a white man, an Asian man, Hispanic man. I want the truth for myself right now, okay? When I get the truth, then I can pick my battles. Right now, the biggest battle we all got, we need to find out what the truth is. I'm saying, Ben, let's make it the white man. Let's go with that. The white man, the devil, white man, the enemy, white man, the worst man on the planet, the white man. Why none of these other people ain't coming out agreeing with you? Why we can't find none of the other races to come out and agree with us on the white man, the devil, the white man, the enemy, the white man, the where the other races at to say this? Why would these white people, why the other races come out and expose what didn't happen to us and the truth about us? Why won't none of them do this? Because everybody in it together. They got their problem with each other. They ain't got a problem enough where everybody fit open their mouth. Because when you open up to expose one lie, there's some more attached. And when you open your mouth to talk, I'm going to tell them what you did too. Like when them niggas told me I was in them wood days. Them police thought that was the end of the story. Let me tell you who stole that van. Get what? Had they went on there, them 3 people, police, for all that, listen, they found the van, bastard. They weren't driving, they were just riding. When you told on me, I'm a white man. Oh, let me get some paper and that pen. How I understand it. None of these races ain't got enough problem with each other. Well, folks finna go ahead and tell you what's the real truth. Because you know what you're going to do when you tell it. That puts you well. You know why some people want to testify in certain cases? And they plead, if they don't know why the fifth be pleaded. Like if I get up and I testify, I'm going to have to tell where I was to know that. That's what the fifth for. It's not that I've done nothing, necessarily, but that's why they can't tell you when people plead the fifth. You know what you're saying? See, you plead the fifth, you must be guilty. No. How about if I get up here and I testify, it's going to come down to where I was, that'll implicate me in something else that has nothing to do with what you do. Therefore, I plead the fifth. This will bring us somebody. It won't be your case. It will implicate me in something because in order for me to say that, I have to say where I was and what I was doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. All these races them plead the fifth on you. Because they'll have to tell where they was at. How would you know that? See that? So they like when you holler the white man, the devil, the white man, and the Iran and all of them. But for whatever reason, they'll all sit down and negotiate at a table and sign nuclear deals. See, all of them play you, the white man, how you signing paper with Satan? Because they all play games and they say just enough, but never enough because they know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to tell the truth on my part in this whole situation. All them folk pay them white Jews for a reason. Because everybody know when that truth come out, we got some more questions need to be answered. All right, come on and finish this out. Listen.
And Yahuwah Elohim planted a gun, Kadim, in Eden, and there he put the Ish, whom he had formed. Mm-hmm. And out of the Adamah made Yahuwah Elohim to grow every ox that is pleasant to the and to for food.
Look what he made it shoot out. The hell they say spring, they use spring again because things shoot out. Or they call like spring, they'll call a plant a shoot. When they first start, they'll call it a shoot. Yeah, because it spring out. Listen. Come on.
The ox of Kai also in the midst of the gun, mm-hmm. and the ox of knowledge of Tub and Rosha.
Mm-hmm. See that? Learning. Go ahead.
And a Nahar went out of Eden to mm-hmm. Maim the gun, mm-hmm. and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads. Mm-hmm. The Shem of the first
I don't want the names of them right now. I'm just going down from the name. We'll go to the 14th verse. Just stop at that. 15? Okay, let's say 15. Listen.
And Yahuwah Elohim took the Ish and put him into the gun of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And Yahuwah Elohim Amar the Ish, saying, of every ox of the gun thou mayest freely eat. Mm-hmm. But out of the ox of the knowledge of Tub and Rosha, thou shalt not eat of it. Mm-hmm. For in the yum that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely moot.
That's two. We'll jump back over right quick, and we're going to look at some. Let's see see if that's Oriah 24 right quick. Oriah 24, they call it Luke. Oriah 24, we'll do 44. Yeah, and run down. Come on. So I try to get y'all finished. I seen Smitty back there too. She holding on for dear life. She ain't the only one now. But, you know, the only thing y'all can do, and y'all human, people human, so please, you know, that's a part of our makeup. We tired. Ain't they gonna beat that, spirit or not. We just gotta make sure we get it. We gotta work through a lot of things. That part of working through your own nefesh, Yeshua, your soul salvation. Let's go, listen.
And he said unto them, these are the dabarim which I spake unto you while I was yet with you.
That's what I told you when I was with you.
That all things must be fulfilled, which Nikatab in the Torah of Musha,
got to be complete,
and in the Nabaim, and in the Tahalim concerning me.
Concerning him. So let's see what he did.
Then opened he their understanding.
That they do what?
That they might understand the Kitabim.
He opened their understanding, that they might understand now. Gave them the ability to understand and comprehend, like Adam understood too. That's why he came back to talk to him about it. Because he didn't just tell him nothing. He also gave him the ability to understand what he told him. That's why he came back and he confronted him about it. Because I know you ain't stupid. I didn't just give you something. I made sure you understood it. Why else would I show y'all this? So you can identify it. As soon as you see it, you can identify it. You know this is a violation. We talked about before the problem we got with terminology of calling things sin. Sin doesn't clarify. Kata does. Kata means that you miss the mark. Shaul told you that he was doing something. Hands. Jahid beat first. Are we passing or are we going to do what, Jahid? Redeeming? Huh? You're going to take this one. So if you wrong, that whole row back there wrong. He got it. Y'all with that? Go ahead, Jahid. Press it toward the mark. Of the high calling or higher? He just blowed it up. Y'all got to. You don't have y'all got to. It's the high call. He said the higher calling now. High calling. That's right. But see, that makes sense when you understand the definition for kata means that you missed the mark. Sin just said I did wrong. Don't get me wrong, but understand. So a mark is set. This is where you're supposed to be. So when you're not here, what happened? I missed. That's how they understood it. I missed it. Okay? What happened when you say you missed your bus? You caught it? I missed it. I timed it wrong. It came early. See what I'm saying? So you understand? I missed. Y'all got it? I missed the mark. So Shaul said he was pressing, he was trying to keep from missing it. In spite of, regardless of other things that were, you know, factors, I pressed toward it. See what you do, well, I ain't got it, I ain't gonna worry about it. I don't know why, you need to press toward it. Huh? It's a high calling, right? It's a high calling. So what do? It's too high, I can't do it. What do? I press toward it. Now, Hayward finally got some verse, for his verse. I am so sick of that man here about press. Mike, I thought you were terrible with it. Hayward his pasture. So that's what you got to keep doing. You have to press toward it. That's what you said. You press toward it. Daoud said he was going to look what? Toward the hills. From which? Where his help come from? And Ram. Isn't that right? That's it, exalted. Isn't that right? Okay. Finish this up. Come on.
And said unto them, thus it is katab,
thus it is written,
and thus it behooved Mashiach to suffer and to come from the moot, the third yom.
What we talking about was a must. To suffer, which will be his passion. Okay, go ahead.
And their repentance and remission of Kataim should be preached in his Shem among all Goim.
And repentance? Isn't that right? So that we should be teaching remorsefulness and removing of, missing the mark. And it should be proclaimed in his Shem. Unto who?
All Goim.
Beginning where?
At Jerusalem.
Wow, beginning at Jerusalem. Let's see what he told us. Listen.
and ye are witnesses of these things.
You hear this? What is a witness? Somebody what? Saw, heard, or have knowledge of. You don't have to necessarily have firsthand, but you can be have knowledge of. Okay? So all these things make you a witness. Listen what happened.
And behold, I send the Shabbat of my Abba upon you.
What you want me to do?
But tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until you be
Kadeem?
endued with power from on high.
You ain't gonna believe it. Adam was supposed to stay in Kadeem too. He was not supposed to depart from the east. That's why he was telling them to stay in Jerusalem. It's the same story. See, after the water shot out from him too, sprung out in fountain, that's how he made them. That's why he breathed on them. That's why he told them to stay in the east. That's why he was opening their understanding, that they might understand what he was telling them. So they understood their boundaries. Amazing, you ain't gonna believe what he told them about when he sent them out. He told them not to go to other goims. Like Adam was told not to go and eat of that tree. That's why they had to avoid him. We heard this story before. Their liberty will only go to the Yahudim.
That's right.
Well, to Yasharal. And none of the other cities. Some of the Adam story. You see? That's amazing. When did he do all this stuff he did? After the water burst? That's what he told them. That's when he did all this stuff with these folks. He got them up and breathed on them. He didn't breathe on them to after. He had been with them for 3 years. Why he breathed on them before that? I'm giving them a story. That's why they were told not to leave from Kadeem. Stay in the east. You ain't gonna believe what was in Jerusalem. You should have read it. Caleb brought back and showed it to him. Look at the fruit. That was the same thing was in the gun. How beautiful it was. What was he telling them? Remember, he brought them back and showed it to them. This was the Paria of the east, what was in Kadeem. Wow. This is all about what you want to hear. See, that's why when I read, I try to read to make sure I comprehend and see, can I interline these stories together? He made the statement, he declared the end and the beginning. But that's kind of confusing when I'm reading a book called In the Start. In the beginning. And you're telling me at the beginning is already the end? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some, and I'm going to wind up covering the whole Aratz. On the day of Ukak Shabuah, you ain't going to believe it. Everybody was there. Out of every Goim, and you ain't going to believe it, it covered all their faces. They all sat there and told you. They recognized, they told you, this is the wonderful works of Elohim. Everyone they faces was covered with it. They saw it. And that's why he was adding every day. So it should be saved. It's all similar stories. You just have to pay attention. See, it's a difference. You reading, trying to be smart, and somebody you read, I'm just trying to get somewhere. And in getting, I'm paying attention to what he's saying. It's important for us to know this. Y'all got to realize, the story is really not far-fetched. It makes sense. But see, if you're looking for this out-of-the-world type working, you're going to miss it every time. Because he just did the same thing right there, and you never even caught it. Because you were looking for Daniel and Lion Den. That's two.